While the Nigerian boxer, no spin. He makes a good throw the first time. Surely makes another good throw. It's about being certain of how much distance he has covered. So here comes Zimbabwe, covers a distance of 13.60 meters. It's time for the Libyan. Abdul is ready to do it again. He's made a stroke, didn't go as far.
Yes, he's probably having a problem with his wrist because there was no height. There was no height at all on that ball.
No push. You can see him actually holding on or trying to just to work on his wrist. You see,
even the grip was not. Even the grip was not really strong, so there's no way you generate any force to push out the shot.
Maybe he's just being careful. Maybe
ladies and gentlemen,
getting to learn. Do Marwa, rather. Well, the Egyptian back again. This is going to be their final throw. He falls. It's clearly a red flag. He will pick himself up and just settle for the other throws he had earlier. No throw for Sudan.
It's probably a grip, you could see.
he's given an opportunity to take the throw again. So a good smile from him. He's actually been given an opportunity at the shot. I'm waiting for the decision made. Doesn't have the spherical shot yet. I think he picks it up right now, and looks like he's going to be given the opportunity to retake his final throw.
Yeah, I think there probably was a technical issue there. And he makes a no throw again.
Now it's all justified. It was his own error. He's tried twice and none goes well for him. Stepped out. That's the painful thing for him. An opportunity for a Nigerian to take his third throw. He looks to have covered a good distance.
That was a good distance.
Still not convinced. I think he must have done something better earlier.
With his recent jump, I would say he has 3 more opportunities to be able to prove himself if he's not happy with that throw.
Charlie, he got a good throw. 17.22, that's a good one.
That's a good one. That should put him in second place.
Exactly,
right
moves
now.
on to second. Moves on to second. We'll have your second Nigerian. Getting ready for this. Because it's all trick one, I guess.
Yeah, he was always going to go out. You see, the other hand that's not holding the shot, you have to elbow it in such a way that it helps you push your body out. Yeah, but if you don't do that, you don't gather enough power and nothing to anchor your body when you spin around.
Steps out of the compass. It's a painful one for him. A no throw clearly. The red flag was raised. Not what he wanted. South African, the leader, comes back and for another opportunity. The red flag raised again.
That looked like it would have been one of his father throw.
Not sure he got up to 18 that he got earlier, but it's a no throw. Next up rather, we go to Shakir, the Egyptian. And next up we've got the 100 meters Octathlon under 18 men, an event that has 8 events. But this is the first one they are starting with.
Yes, those 8 events consist of the 100 meters, the long jump, the shot put, and the 400 meters, all in day 1. Then we have on the second day, the 110 hurdles, the high jump, the javelin, and the 1,000 meters. The Octathlon is what you use for the under 18 men. You use the decathlon for the under 20 and the older. Yes, and for the women, you use the Heptathlon for the women, which consists of 7 events.
We saw the Nigerians do a clean sweep yesterday for the decathlon. This time around, we are looking forward to another very interesting event. Back to the throw for the Egyptian. Chakoi looks to have a very good throw, but
his throw looks like it's a red flag.
To go through as a good throw. That's a red flag and a painful one for him.
So he still maintains his number 3 position, I think.
We have another Egyptian making his own throw. One of the 3. A white flag raised. The white flag raised for him. And he will surely not be happy about the distance covered.
Sometimes I wonder if there's ever a time when athletes are really happy, except when they're in the first 3 position. And even then, I think it's only the person in the first position that tends to be the happiest.
El Sakawi is his name. 14.38.
Yes, he's definitely not happy.
And we have the man who's on the second longest throw. Aldo Emmanuel going again.
And that would
be a good throw. So the ball landed before he stepped out of the...
Nice catch. You caught that.
I got it. I was waiting to see what exactly would have happened to him. So he took his time before he stepped out of the compass.
It was really a balancing act, if you can see. And Bosa has thrown a 15.44 meters. No improvement from his last throw.
Really been struggling. Move now to the Zimbabwean with a different technique, maybe never seen before.
See how his elbow is going way up on the shot. It's not gonna help his throw at all. It's kind of like stoning the shot.
Who cares?
As opposed to
he gets a white flag.
But I like how he's enjoying himself. You see that smile on his face is what is actually making me want to watch him when he's throwing.
You just hope that he keeps getting it right.
Sometimes it's just it's about the experience. Sometimes it's about the experience.
Exactly.
And like you can see on his face, he's enjoying it, in as much as he's not really happy about how he's throwing, but he's enjoying what he's doing here. He has an 11.82 meters throw. He's improving.
Started with 10?
Yes, he did.
1 meter is huge. The South African who has the best throw so far, over 18 meters, is looking to have another opportunity.
This is the second South African, very low. He didn't put any height on that. No power, no height. It's a no throw. .14 meters.
The highest we've seen today is just over 18. So they still have a long way to go.
Yes.
And I'm sure they're not saving the best for the last.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes it comes when you need it.
Just back to the Zimbabwean who had his throw. Maintained a stand in the arc and he got a 13.68. Masera is his name. It's made another throw. Looks like he stayed in the circle. Another event that will be kick-starting now is the Octathlon for the under-18 men. We've gone, it's been shot. A race between 5 athletes, 2 Nigerians, 2 Algerians. Looks like the man in the middle has won the race. The man from Egypt has won the race. You have an Algerian and a Nigerian finish second and third.
And as a reminder, the Octathlon is an 8 event for the under 18 men. You have 8 events completed in over 2 days. So it's a point system. After each event, you get a point for the time or the throws you make, and they tally everything up at the end of day 2 to pick the winner.
What a great race we just saw. Held strong, the Egyptian pulled through from the back, went past the Algerian, and you see the Nigerian also come behind, putting his head forward just to avoid stories that touch. But it was clearly all 3 of them. But even the man on the 5th position has something for himself because he also gets some points.
Yes, so this is an event where you have to practice delayed gratification, because just because you won one event doesn't mean you're the overall winner. So you kind of like have to curb your enthusiasm and wait till the end to know whether you won the whole event.
With 6,491 points, we've got a world record by Jack Stein. He's from France. But you might be looking at a Nigerian do something new from here, an Egyptian do something new, or an Algerian do something new from here. An interesting race. And there's also heat 2 for the Octathlon. Also for the 100 meters under 18 men. Gradually getting ready. This time around we'll have an Egyptian, we'll have a South African, also have a Tunisian. All getting ready for their own race. Taking their time just to make sure that all is set before the athletes take on the track and run their race. 2023, we had a winner for the boys under 18 men from Algeria, and you see them very much present this time around. They won the silver and the gold. Louai Lamroy winning the gold and the silver to Mohsen Guefi. We have him also in this event. He's for the under 20s. He competed yesterday and won also a medal for himself. And we also take some results that we've seen earlier. 10,000 meter walk under 18 men's final result. Awar Youssef of Egypt won it with a time of 48 minutes and 16 seconds. Mares Abdebakar of Algeria came second, and Tunisia's Naloy Mortada came third. That's the race walk. And this is also for the under 20, 10,000 meters race walk. Cherny Ryan of Tunisia around a time of 41 minutes and 26 seconds. And the Egyptian Hassan Ziad came second. Algeria's Ardone Rayane came third with a time of 47.50 minutes. A great race from the top three athletes. Back to the octathletes and a set of runners for the 100 meters. A beautiful scene to behold, and I tell you that these guys are very much ready for these events. The South African is here, the Egyptian is here also. We've got the Tunisian very much right here. Another Nigerian. So one of them finished third, the Algerian finished first. These are your octathletes getting ready for their first event.
It's very refreshing to see all these fresh faces, all these young and up-and-coming athletes. It kind of gives us hope for the future when it comes to track and field in Africa.
It's just like what you see for the under 17s, under 20s, when you would talk about football. That's what you have right here. Under 19 females are also ongoing for basketball. And, you know, it's about catching them young, bringing them from high school, or just some getting into college at their early ages, some fully into the sports, and just gathering them, camping them, putting them under some local competition, and picking the best for events like this. And gradually, they grow. Some of them wouldn't even make these events, but over the years, you see them on the biggest of stages because they continually work behind the scenes, day and night.
Yes, and it all starts with a parent bringing their 3-year-old to come and watch an event like this. And then the child goes to school and wants to do something like this. At peradventure, maybe the school does not have this, and the parents are now motivated to encourage the school to, develop their sport. So it's an all-round thing, from the parents to the child to the school. Everybody in the system becomes involved in, developing the sports in their area.
We are all stakeholders. That's what we have to always tell you. Make sure your child is doing what he or she wants.
This is why it's very important, and we have to thank the Director General and the President of the National Sports Commission bringing this here. I got a feedback yesterday when I was going back to the hotel. The guy that was taking me was like, "Oh, when is this event ending?" I was like, "On Sunday." He was like, "Why? Like, it should continue. Like, do I know all the business that this competition has brought to Abeokuta?"
True.
And everybody's staying there even till 1 a.m. People are still doing business.
True.
You see, that's a testimony just from the people on the street, not to talk of the wider picture. So when this thing continues, we host more international, more continental events. It brings the economic impact it will have in the area and on the country will be immeasurable.
Love the fact that it came from the man on the streets. The hailing cab rider telling you, why is he finishing so early? He's also some exposure for these young ones. They wouldn't see someone from some other country later in their life and feel like, oh, it's happening for the first time at the age of 25 or 30 or even 40 or 50.
Yes, it reminds me of the All Africa guys when I went to Algeria. You know, when you go to somewhere and they haven't seen someone like you before, and they're like, okay, what is this? Well, you know, you could go to North Africa, for instance, the hair texture is different, the skin color is different, and when you mingle with people with different race, different color, different background, different culture, you know, it kind of like numbs people to the difference we are, and you realize that we're all human beings.
Just we are all human beings. There is no need having that funny mindset, having that kind of poor understanding that he's not my color, she's not my color, she's not from my country, we don't speak the same language.
It's a bridge
Exposure
builder.
is key,
Yeah, a bridge builder.
This is where you also have to go against some of the moves being made by the parents of the past, saying, no, you can't go this way, this is the way you can go. These people are always very wicked, taking one mindset for 2-3 people they met and generalizing it.
Even they did that with the sports too. You know, back in the days it was doctor, lawyer, or engineer.
But these days,
footballer.
you
Everybody wants their kid to be a footballer.
You must play football.
Or now to be a Toby Amusho.
You know, and this is because it is yielded the prophet.
Yes.
We've now moved beyond having that professional look, wearing that suit, wearing that gown, to also doing these things. Honorary awards are even given to athletes who never went to the same school because of how prosperous they are in their events. You see them even getting MONs and the likes in a country like Nigeria, and it's same around the world.
Yes, and not to talk of the business aspect. When you have a world record holder like Toby, then you have companies that want to identify, associate with her brand, and they come into Ogun State, where she's from, and decide to build and invest in the sports in that state, which is what we want. So we're looking for more world record holders in other states so that they too will now build the economy in their state just by the factor of being a world-class athlete.
It's all about this thing that you just mentioned. Now we need more of this. We sure need more of this. In Africa, it's gradually getting there. We just hope that the pace and the trajectory is continually on that parallel. Nothing stops it at any point in time. South Africa setting standards, looking beyond Africa, looking at what the world has got to offer, even though they have to compete with Africans. Look at how much they are putting out there. Look at how much they are also getting out of it. Look at the exposure their athletes are having. Coming anywhere and not scared. They are also trained for different altitudes, whether high or low.
That's always another interesting to experience. I remember when I went to Melbourne. In Melbourne, in one day you could have the 4 seasons. In the morning it could be like really cold, and by evening it was like 40 degrees, and I got so cooked I looked like a roasted chicken. So it was really, you know, it was really fun experiencing that. And you go somewhere else where it's cold, and somewhere else where it's humid, where it's hot. You know, experiencing the people, experiencing the weather, that's part of everything, even in the competition. That's why people go to acclimatize, because you cannot just have one competition in one place with one type of weather. You have to experience everything.
Weather is very, very much a part of this athletic event. And you also remember that the wind also affects your speed. And that's why when they give you a world record, they don't give you some world records for some events because of the wind.
Yeah, for the 100 meters, the 110 hurdles, the 200 meters, the long jump and the high jump, all are subject to ratification if the wind is over 2.0 meters per second.
So we enjoy every bit of it, and it's a learning curve for all of us. Let's get back to shot put. We have the South African doing his thing. He's been struggling all day.
Doesn't look happy with that.
Surely they step out, but still he's not happy with how much distance he covered with that.
Yeah, his spin, his second spin is like he didn't fully finish that spin, so you to be able to generate enough force to push that shot out wasn't there.
Last time we checked, this is the man with the second farthest throw, Aldo Emmanuel. Looking to do one better. Can he get to 18 or even 20? Seems like a good distance again.
Yes.
A white flag race.
And you notice he actually used the two technique. He used the glide, and he also now he's using the spin.
Exactly.
That's good. It's even better when you have mastered the two techniques.
When you can switch.
Yes.
Seems to be some smile, but still not convinced with how much he got from this. Had the ball go very high.
That looks like a really good throw. Well, let's see
Just want
what
to
the
be sure
distance
how much
is.
distance he covered. 18.61.
Oh, that is a lovely throw. That puts him very close second.
Very, very close 7. I think we had it 18.7.
18.8 one, I think.
18.81 earlier. It's a strong competition right now.
Yes, this is the leader in the shots right now, so he's going to take. You see what they do is after your 3 throws, they kind of arrange you in such a way that the top thrower throws last. And I think they switch again at that final throw, that 6th throw.
So that's where we are at this point in time. The top throwers. You can see his positioning. He's still done something good.
Yes, that looks a little bit further than the Nigerian throw.
I wonder, doubts that a bit. But let's confirm from what the scoreboard is showing.
Remember, we're using our eyes now to kind of like gauge what they
Exactly.
threw.
You
So what
can
do you
never be
think?
accurate.
Higher or lower than the
I think
Nigerian?
it's a bit low.
I say higher.
Okay. But that was a good throw. That was a good throw. From the move of the ball, it looked like it, but where it landed, 18.75. I give
You
it to
owe
you.
me
okay?
something.
A handshake. That's Walter
That
Van.
doesn't work.
Take that name. He has done really well for himself. And we have Esakawi next up, the Egyptian. Recent years we start seeing athletes with different colors from the same pair of shoes.
It's a fashion thing, or most of the time I think, but sometimes, you know, both legs are actually different. So whatever is comfortable and will make you throw, go for it.
A red flag up.
Oh, that was a red.
It's really, really showing it. Not happy at all. Very emotional as he walks away.
Yes, the trick is to be able to use that your displeasure in such a way that it doesn't dampen your energy, because sometimes you could be so upset that it affects your performance. You don't want that to happen.
This is the next thrower, the Tunisian. This is the spin technique.
Yes, but he was so low, he didn't get up, because you have to get up. You don't want to be sitting. So he was sitting a bit, so he did not generate enough height in that throw.
Painful one for him. Should be doing better. That's what he believes. But he surely will hope for something better. We just want to confirm how much distance the young man from Tunisia, Jakoi, got a 14.63 meters and throw. Bosa is the next person on the list. He has a throw this time, but not as much distance he will want to cover. But a white flag has been raised for him. Bosa, we're waiting to see how much distance he covered. 16.00. Looks like one of his best he's had today.
I think that's his best. And I think he's in 5th place.
Next up is the Moroccan. So no throw. Red flag raised for the Moroccan. He's had too many of this. Next up, we'll have Joshua, the South African, to make his own throw. He's really struggled. Really struggled, but maybe it might just be the breakthrough for him on this one. This is a very bad throw. Went to the crowd.
He showed it by putting his hand on his head. He knows. I think he's trying not to smile. But sometimes it's so bad that you just have to smile.
He had to. He had to. But he's lucky. He'll be happy that he had no heat on anyone. That was really a poor throw. Left the compass completely out and went to the area where you had people seated.
Yes.
We now leave short put a beat and get to the races. The heat 2 of the 100 meters under 18 men's Octathlon event. We've got Jean van der Berg from South Africa. We've got Fatucci Mohamed Khalil from Tunisia. Youssef Medat of Egypt is also here. They have taken off. You see the Tunisian outpacing every other person. It's a very close finish between the Egyptian. And you have Egypt shortly finishing 3rd. What a close finish we had right there. What a race we just experienced. Look at that race once again. The Tunisian moving really fast. Fatochi Mohamed Khalil.
Yeah, that looks like a photo finish. But like we know, like we know, it's at Octathlon, so they have 7 more events to go. So I would just say the Nigerian needs to cover as much distance. You don't need to leave that much distance as possible. It kind of like takes away the points. You don't want to be so far away from the points in the first event. Hopefully the remaining 7 events are stronger events for him.
So it's between Burkina Faso and Tunisia for who finished first, and they have to determine who finishes first.
Yes.
So
what they do is that when you get your time, let's say you run 13 seconds, and there's a scoring book that in that 30 seconds that has a point. So you take that point. So the same thing happens with other events. So they tally the points at the end of the 8th, and then they determine the winner.
From the replay, looked like Fatucci Mohamed Khalil won this one, the Tunisian. We're back to the man from Nigeria, Aldo Emmanuel,
who is in the 2nd position at this point.
One of his lowest throws is what you just said. Aldo Emmanuel wants to be sure of what he got. 18.54.
Close, but no cigar. He still maintains the 2nd place.
He wants to do at least 18.9, where he will know surely he has the first. But I love that look. I love that mindset. Even if you did well, you can always do better.
Yes, you know, there are always records to break, and the championship record is 20.14. So that should be his first target. Then he would like the African record for the under 18, which is 20.89. All being held by South Africans.
It's just a case of good, better, best. Until my good is better, Have never rested. That's what he's been doing.
He's just under 80, so he's basically still junior, so he has a long way to go. I believe the world record is at 23.
That's a good throw
nice
again.
one from the leader in the shot put under 18 men. South Africans are here to defend their title.
Such a good spin. Releases the ball with such force that puts it forward. But I'm not most likely as farther.
I would say 18.8, 18.9, no, 19.04.
19.04.
Lovely, lovely.
This is for water.
He has opened the gap. He has opened the gap.
He's opened the waters.
And challenged the Nigerian. So now it's left for the Nigerian to meet that challenge.
He's done better than what he did before. So it's a whole lot for the Nigerian. I'll do. I have an Egyptian up next. The man with some two colors for same pair of shoes. Takes a spin.
Oh, he was in a hurry. He was too much in a hurry.
That's a red flag.
Yeah, you need to calm your nerves sometimes. If you go too quickly and you've not calmed your nerve, your technique will just go off.
So painful for him, lost his balance. And all of those things are part of their trainings.
Yeah, sometimes, like you said, training is different from competition. That's why in the Olympic Games, usually the favorite to win don't win.
Tunisian is ready. Makes that spin. And he gets a white flag for that. Chakoi had a throw of 14.79 meters. We have a Nigerian next. This is Bosa. He really wants to boss this occasion, but it's not coming out as expected for him.
Oh, that is a lovely throw.
This looks really, really lovely. White flag has been raised.
That is a lovely throw. I will figure 16.8.
Looks like his best throw so far.
Late 16, early 17.
With me, long jumper reminds me the days of Yusuf Ali, skipper in the 1980s. I have one man who won silver medal for Nigeria at the long jump in this ongoing third combined under 18, under 20 Confederation of African Athletes. Is good. Go on. Rumo. What a way for you. How was it on that day you were doing your jump?
That day I was doing my jump. I was prepared. My coach warmed me up. I was prepared physically, mentally. I was mentally stable. So I just hoped for God. I prayed that God should see me through. And yes, He did it for me. I came out second. Though it was not what I expected, but I thank God because I did a new PR. Yeah.
How was it for you going onto the track? Your scouting, your speed, when you know to jump. What's the journey like?
It's just about practice. You practice a lot, you fix it in your head. Whether you just sleep and wake up, you will do it perfectly because you already practice in training. So I executed the way I practiced. Everything, I was less pressured, so I distributed well.
Then what's the support like from the parents who allowed you to be part of this team?
Support came from my mom through my coach because my coach do talk to my mom, so she could allow me practice in training. So my support come from my mom, my coach, my teammates, and my state. So and I'm really grateful for that.
And the National Sports Commission, Ogun State government, the backing of the federation alone was support in terms of hosting you guys, camping you guys, the trials and everything. And then we are in for a proper championship, and you guys have not disappointed.
Yeah, we want to make Nigeria proud. Nigeria, our country, wants to make Nigeria proud. And I'm thankful for Ogun State. They did really well. God bless the governor. They did well. God bless them.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5-10 years?
In the next 5-10 years, I believe I'll be an elite athlete by then. I'll be going for the Olympics, World Championship. I'm right now preparing for the Youth Olympics next year. From there, the World Juniors, and after that, still next year, the African Games Championship.
All right, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Go on. Ogenerumo, what a way for him. I celebrate you. Keep backing, doing what you know how to do best. Busayo Lokere once again from KAFTAN TV. Me and Gowon will leave the stage for you back home to watch. God bless you, really good.
Chase.
He will also be aiming at what the National Sports Commission has promised the athletes.
That's a good motivation.
He's putting every energy. The 1 million naira that was mentioned yesterday by the DG.
I'll do targeting first place.
That's a good throw.
Yeah, but I think it fell short of his last. He's 18.61 meter through.
Surely not happy. He's done better. But we'll still keep pushing for more attempts as he's given. I think since he switched to the spin technique, he's reached more distance.
Yes, he has. The spin lets you.
This is an 18.14 for him. Aldi Emmanuel still smiles, or hopes to be better. Then we have Walter, the leader of the pack. Walter getting ready to add more.
And you know, sometimes it's not in the size, it's not in how you look, but your technique really matters.
He's got the technique right.
Nice. That looks okay. Let's gauge it. That looks
17, 18?
18.
I'm sure it's not to 19.
18.8. 18.9.
Walter waiting for his confirmation, and has one of the smallest body builds. South Africans generally. 18.40.
18.4.
A good throw for him. Already done 19.11.
And still leading the pack.
Still leading the pack. Walter.
They should be going for their last throw right now. So we have the South African. So we have South African in first position, Nigeria in second position, and Nigeria in third position in the shot put under 18 men. Oh, I think they are done with the shot put. So subject to ratification, I think the South African has the shot with a throw of 19.04 meters. And then the Nigerian was second with a throw of 18.61 meters.
Yes, I have another Nigerian, so it looks like we have
With a
two
throw,
Nigerians.
yes, with a throw of 17.11.
So that's a Bosa and Emmanuel.
We need to
doing
confirm
better.
between the Nigerian and the Egyptian for the third place.
We're now switching to the 100 meters under 18 heptathlon women, the first event for them. This is your list of athletes running this one. Abdiche Mana Donia, Oaba Sarah Lisa, Jalit Narime, all three from Algeria. And also we have another Algerian in Selawi Adil, Burkina Faso, Zongo Zalisa, Elamar Lujain of Egypt. And the second Egyptian is Gonaim Sana. Morocco's Bodo Wissal is also on the list. Anja Smith is also part of this list. Not forgetting Hatet Bothana, Rekik Rama, and Niekema Fotatama from Burkina Faso.
The heptathlon is under 20, under 18 women's events, which consists of 7 events.
Then for the 100 meters men Octathlon, under 18 men, we had Abdullahim Muhammad win the race from Egypt, settling the debate. Algeria finished second, Looney Adams, Algeria, and Nigeria's Onyeke Obinna John came third for the last race that we saw, the Heat 2 to be precise.
Yeah, and to confirm with the shot put, the South African was first, then the Nigerian was second, and the Egyptian was third with a throw of 17.65 meters.
So congratulations to Walter, and also congratulations to Aldo Emmanuel of Nigeria. The Egyptian also did so well for himself, finishing third. That's how to make it happen.
Yes,
consistency.
Last championship we had South Africa, Egypt, and Tanzania. So Nigeria has gotten to the mix now. So congratulations to Nigeria and South Africa and Egypt.
The ladies are standing by. These girls want to be amongst the best. And they are lined up.
Yes, the heptathlon consists of 7 events, which includes the 100 meter, the high jump, the shot put, and the 200 on the first day. And on the second day, we have the long jump, the javelin, and they conclude with the 800 meters.
A very interesting event for the under 18 women. One that will take us all the way. And you want to see the best from these athletes from start to finish. The heptathlon women with the heptathletes, the Egyptian is the lady you have on your screen on beep number 093. That's Elamar Lejeune. You have Zongo Zalisa of Burkina Faso. She's got a great height. She might be taking advantage of that in these jumps over the hurdles and the jump events. The Tunisian Rekik Rama, bib number 334. He's looking poised as she gets some words from her coach. Good to know that we also have World Athletics present right here. We also use this opportunity to thank our partners, broadcast partners. We've got AIT, we've got OGTV, we've got Super Sports, we've also got SABC. And you want to also stream live via your phone or your laptop, you can just go to Team 33 Production. Team 33, the 33 written in numerals. You'll be seeing all we're doing right here live. That's maybe you're moving from your house, you want to get on the road, but most especially those who are not driving, we advise that you don't do this while driving. Once again, AIT, OGTV, Super Sports 208, Super Sports Channel 208, and then Startimes, SABC Sports, TVC, Team 33 Production. That's the only YouTube channel streaming this event live. CAA, African Under 18 Under 20 Athletics Championship, an event hosting over 1,000 athletes from 43 different nations. Almost all teenagers, the athletes we're looking forward to for the future of Africa. Bringing them all together right here is a great, great deal. So we'll have heat 1 and heat 2 for the heptathlon under 18 women. Most likely have heat 1, heat 2 for this. So we confirmed that we've got under 18 girls for the heptathlon, getting ready for their 100 meters hurdles. Obasara Lisa of Algeria was shown earlier. You've also got Zongo Zalisa of Burkina Faso on your screen. She asked me, she looks so unassuming. She just needs to build that confidence as the race kickstarts into the other 6 events that will be done after this. The Tunisian is looking so confident. Rekik Rama, the Egyptian, also most likely praying before the race, trying to do everything to catch that confidence that she needs and catch her breath. Elamar Lejeune gets on the track with the other 4 ladies. We've got a lady from Burkina Faso, we've got an Egyptian, we've got a Moroccan, and also a Tunisian for this race. And they go. Gradually approaching to jump over the 10 hurdles.
And they have to finish the hurdles to be able to get any points. So even if you fall down, you have to finish.
Zongo Zalisa, who has been shown so many times on the camera, wins this one for Burkina Faso. She takes advantage of her long legs. Looks so unassuming from the start of the race. You could just take your eyes off her and just say, she might not be one of the fastest, but she lifted herself so well. And you can see the distance she created from this race. One of her strengths, surely, one of her forte. She makes it happen for our country and also for herself. Zongo Zalisa. Look at how she separates herself while the race was on. This is really, really beautiful from how she goes after the hurdles and jumps past them. And we have second and third. Tunisia come in third position. What a race you have just seen. Zongo Zalisa started well. 6 more events to go for the heptathlon, the under 18 women you've just seen. This is really, really a beautiful thing. The Ethiopians are not left out. We don't have them for the heptathlon event. But they still have to be at the stadium to see what is happening around. These are the next set of ladies. We have the Egyptian. Gonem Sana is getting really prepared. Jumping over the hurdles just to be sure. This is the under 20s heptathlon women. Our South African also waiting to do so well. Anja Smith And beat number 244. Another Burkina babe, very much certain that she will be able to do what compatriots did earlier. Nikema Patumata. Ready, just waiting for all to be told to them before they go on the track and get into this race. Just a reminder, it's the under 20 women's 100 meters hurdles, the heptathlon women to be precise. You see 5 of them positioned for this race. These ladies are ready for this. You have the South African on lane 2, Anja Smith. And you've got the Algerian Jalit Narimene on lane 3. Like I mentioned earlier, the Burkina Bay is also very much right there, waiting to run this race on beat number 053. Nikema Patumata. The Egyptian is not left out. Elama Lejeune. We also have on beat number 236 Hatit Bothaina of Tunisia. All 5 ready for this one. We saw the lady from Burkina Faso win the last. We're looking forward to who wins this one for the under 20. The last one was for the under 18s. The under 20 is very much ready for this. Lane 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 occupied for the heptathlon under 20 women's 100 meters hurdles event. Just to remind you, this is the 3rd time we're having a combined under 18 and under 20 event. Started in Côte d'Ivoire in 2019, then in 2023 we had the 2nd one in Zambia, the 3rd event right now in Nigeria, and the South Africans have been sweeping medals, gold medals most especially. They are looking to do a 3-peat, having won in Côte d'Ivoire and in Zambia. Lots of big names in athletics in Africa have come out of events like this. That's why you see them take it all seriously. I always call this event the Catch Them Young event, where you have them show their talents at a very early stage. The exposure is very much needed. The emotional weakness they must have had, the inferiority complex they have had while just doing it in their country alone, will be broken gradually with events like this. I'll say surely these ladies are prepared for this. And don't get it twisted, you might see them not at their best here. Some of them go behind and view to the highest level. That's why it's called exposure. Some cry, leave this place, and in 4 or 5 years, they are world record holders. So, as much as you enjoy this event organized by the Confederation of African Athletics for the under 18 and under 20 boys and girls, don't forget that there is so much still left for those who might not be on the podium for this event. We have these ladies waiting. It's a bit hot out there, and you can see the South African already expressing herself. But that's what it is about, testing the waters, testing different weathers, different from what you have in your country. Once the technical officials are ready, they get on their tracks and the race is run. Again, it's not just one event. Well, if you win this, it doesn't mean you won the Heptathlon. 7 events altogether. After this, they have 6 more to go. It's also going to be done for 2 days. Now you have for the Heptathlon that was finished, that just started today. Or rather, the 10 events that we had for the men yesterday.
So in the under 20 heptathlon women, we have Egypt as the defending champion. So the points to beat is 5,049, which they used to win the last championship. We had an Egyptian and a South African coming in second in the last championship. So those are the defending champions for this event in the under 20 women's heptathlon. For the under 18 women, we have those points to beat is 4,708, which was won by the South Africans, followed by the 2 Algerians winning the second and the third. So South Africans and the Egyptians defending champions in the under 18 and in the under 20.
You heard it all. It's about breaking records and keeping that same pace till the end. It's a gradual process. We are getting there. Still waiting for our ladies, the beautiful ones, who are now back. Unlike what IP Ama said in the 80s. Though the context is different, but we had to bring this into the mix. We're enjoying every bit of it, and I tell you, from short puts that we just saw to the 100 meters hurdles that we also are waiting for, it is all going to be beautiful from start to finish. They are on their tracks right now, and it's time for business. Looking for the gunshot, and it's been taken. The 5 ladies are up. Egypt, South Africa.
And in order to get a point, the ladies, they have to finish. So it doesn't matter if you fall down, you have to get up and get up.
That's a victory from the Algerian. They are very good at events like this. Algeria takes first. Tunisia takes second. And it's just how to do it.
And we have all the ladies making sure they register the point. This is the first of the 7 events they are going to do, and they're off to a good start.
Give it to that woman, Jalit Nerimane of Algeria. She does it so well. Outpaces others, leaves everyone behind. With the Egyptian coming really close, not giving up at any point. She clearly made sure it wasn't the photo finish, but the Egyptian held the strength, the Tunisian held the strength and held the ground. Seeing the South African come third at the end of the day. Jalit Nerimane, great race. Congratulations to you. Hatit Bothania comes second, and Anja Smith finishes third. Congratulations to the 3. I told you about shot put earlier. We saw some beautiful events, and we've got the winner, Walter very much waiting. Alongside the one who came second from Nigeria, Aldo Emmanuel, for some interviews with Emmanuel Sebastian. Manny, please take it away.
Guys, day 4 still going so intense here at the MKO Abiola Sports Arena. With me, side by side, I've got the gold and the silver medalist for the men's shot put under 18. By my left is Walter from South Africa, and by my right is Awodu Emmanuel from Nigeria. But first, let me bring in a South African. Walter, congratulations, you've done it here in Nigeria. How does this make you feel?
It definitely makes me feel happy. I was expecting, hopefully, to get a 19. Yeah, because I was struggling a bit, not my best performance, but I'm really happy.
Well, let me come to you, Awodu Emmanuel. You came second. How big of a competition was he for you?
Not really, just I wasn't in shape, but thank God for how it ended.
Why deciding to go for shot puts, amongst a host of events? Is this something you've been doing from a very young age?
Actually, I started with sprinting, so to a point I couldn't meet up with it due to financial situation and the rest. So by the time I stopped, I went into bodybuilding. So when I came back, they were like, I can't run with these muscles, that let me just change sports. So I had to do throws. Sure you get, because throws is like more of lifting weights. Sure you get. So I like lifting weights a lot. So yeah.
For you, Walter, what's next for you? And in the next couple of events and in the next couple of years.
My main focus is shot put. I do discus also, so tomorrow I'm gonna also do discus, but my discus is not so good like the shot put, but hopefully I can maybe in the future keep the shot put alive.
All right, congratulations to Walter from South Africa and also Awodu Emmanuel from Nigeria. All the best in your subsequent events. We're still back here for the day 4 of this event, and I will hand over back to our team of commentators, Azu and Otonye.
Thank you so much, Manny. Great inspiration from those guys. I think I'll go into bodybuilding as soon as possible, even if it's to start with 5 kilograms. That's about it. But before we go into more of that, the results that we saw earlier, just to confirm, the first Heptathlon under 18 race we saw, Zongo Zalisa of Burkina Faso won it with a time of 14.59 seconds. Bodo Wissal of Morocco finished second, and we saw Reki Karama of Tunisia also come up with that third position with a time of 15.33 seconds. A great race from the Burkinabe, but she didn't have her compatriot in the under-20s do the same. She was way distant behind. But like I said, you don't judge them by just one event. It's just a race. We're getting ready for the under-20s, and we just rounded off with the under-18. 2 heats. This is just one run from the under-20s. The under-18 had 2 hits, which is the first 2 you saw earlier, just for confirmation and clarity. Now it's time to see what the women have got for themselves. The 100 meters hurdles, Heptathlon, for the under-20 women. We've got Algeria, we've got the Republic of South Africa, we've got Egypt, 2 of them actually. We've got a Moroccan, we've also got a Nigerian on the list. The Moroccan on beep number 604, the Nigerian on beep number 611, or 511 rather. 611 is the Algerian. The lady looking so poised for this, and sometimes you want to judge by the looks for the race. It never works. Beep number 625 is the South African. I've also got the Egyptian on beep number 708. Two Egyptians, like I mentioned earlier, beep number 527. So all 6 of them ready for this. I don't like putting you on the spot, so let's just go into the race. It's not a case of by their looks, you shall know them.
Okay, by their past results, you shall know them. And we know that the Egyptians are the defending champions in this event, so I think it might be a safe bet to say, okay, let's watch out for the Egyptians. But also let's watch out for the Nigerians and the Algerians and the South Africans.
And it's about the race, it's about 7 events. This is just the first. They might not do so well with the runs, or go on to do so well in the jumps.
So you need, as an athlete, you need to know where your strength is and make sure you maximize that strength so that you can score and get as much points as possible. So for your weak events, all you need to do is to make yourself as strong as possible and make sure the others don't leave you behind so that the gap is not that much. But you must register a jump or a time for each of the events. If not, you would lose out from the medal.
It's going to be an interesting one from start to finish. We've seen Octathlon. The event we saw yesterday for the men was also very interesting. All 10 events from start to finish. Started from day 2 to day 3. And the Algerians swept the medals.
Yes,
like I mentioned, we had one athlete, Chekwe Marie Omasene, who was in the under 18 last 2 years and came to the under 20s. He finished 3rd in the under 18s, and this time around he came to win the medal. He finished 2nd this time around, behind Tuaki.
That's good. Once in a while you have athletes that, you know, they graduate from one category to another. So now what we want to do is to see him in the senior level doing well. So, you know, we say the coach, you know, you put your eyes on him, the administration, your country, you put the eyes on the athlete, you help the athletes, the welfare, the training, so that the athletes can, you know, not be bothered about those things and just concentrate on, you know, training and then putting a very good performance that could give glory to themselves and to the country.
That's what we call growth. Athletes doing it from the lower level, picking it up to the next, gradually moving just as the time goes. The under 20 women is what we're waiting for at this point. Just waiting for the get-go. That's your Nigerian. Getting up, they will be ready in a bit to be on their tracks.
As we can see, the weather from the previous days is a little hot now, and you know, things like this really happens in track and field. Like I said, I remember Melbourne, in a one day you would go from 0 to 60, from being like 12 degrees in the morning to like 40 degrees in the evening. So these are the things that athletes would have to, you know, adapt to in what you do. So it's not just you being fast. Sometimes you have to adapt to the weather. It might get cold, it might get hot, it might be windy, you know, things like that. So that's what all those things combined now helps you bring out your performance.
Looks like there was a false start. We'll confirm if anyone is getting a red or they will just be given a green. Just wait for the officials to take their decision. Looks like the Algerian moved way before the gun was shot. That actually pushed a lot of them. See the Egyptian and the Algerian already up. She hopes that she will get a green. We've seen a couple of times, almost all of them had false starts, so they might just be pardoned.
In the heptathlon, the athletes are allowed one false start per race. So after that, if you beat the gun again, you will be disqualified and you will not register a point for that event.
They know this and they have to be careful with what they do. They're back on their tracks. For them to move, and they go. The Moroccan looks to be taking the lead. Battling it with the Algerian. You have the Nigerian, the South African, and the Egyptian on the second. And you see the Nigerian finish third. It's a great race from start. The Algerian comes first. She almost lost it by having a false start earlier. Beat number 611. He's just got a great race. She will be looking to do like her countrymen who did it for Decathlon yesterday. A clean sweep. It's a hug from both of them. Algeria takes first, Morocco second, and Nigeria finishes third for the under 20 women's 100 meters heptathlon race. Just a recap of what we saw earlier. Otoye, a good race, and look at how the Moroccan goes down just towards the end. It was a close one. She actually finished first, the Moroccan.
Yes, she
and
did.
The Algerian finishes second. Just
trying to maximize that point that we mentioned. The Egyptian was behind, but like I said, this is a 7-event competition, so this is just the first event, so they still have 6 more to go.
And the Egyptian has been stretched out. Egyptian goes down. One of the 2 Egyptians that just ran fell at some point. Feels a bit unconscious. She will be fine, hopefully. She will need some fortitude to stand up again at the end.
Athletes are very resilient. It might be something minor, because rule states you have to take them out. So when she checks herself, she would come back. I remember how very stubborn I was once, because I wanted to finish my race even though I had sprained my ankle. Sometimes somebody would have to tell you stop, so that you will stop. But you know, when you've trained so long and you finally qualify for a championship, you don't want to have a situation where you're not able to finish. So unless it's something really serious that will stop you, most athletes will push forward.
This is a view of some of the fans and spectators who have come to see this event, supporting the different nations. Just as we had them yesterday, we're having them here today. Just as we had them from day one, they are still very much right here. It's always a beautiful thing. We've got so many events lined up, many of them going on simultaneously. Hammer throw under 18 women is the next event you'll be seeing on your screen.
All right, do you know why I'm holding this flag? Because this lady here, she is the gold medalist. Right there at the long jump distance. When you talk about long jump, she flew a long meter. I'll get the scores over time, but she's a Nigerian because her father is a Nigerian, but her mother to South African. Oluchi Abeokuta. Oluchi, what a way, congratulations to you first for winning the gold medal at this championship.
Thank you, sir. It just feels amazing, the fact that I was able to take the gold. I'm really grateful that the Lord blessed me with that opportunity.
But Oluchi, coming back to Nigeria, where your father is from, and coming to do this, how do you feel?
It's definitely an honor to be able to compete my first international meeting in my father's homeland. I am half South African, half Nigerian, so I feel I'm very, 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 very blessed.
And looking at the flair since you arrived in Nigeria, how's it been for you? The weather, the food, the environment, you like it?
Yes, I definitely love it. I love the different culture and the different type of food. It's amazing, and I love this experience.
So what does this mean for you going forward?
It's definitely a learning curve. I think I did really well in this championship, but it's always something to improve, and there's always something to improve on in my performance. So I'll go back to training, look at the drawing board, and see what I can improve on.
Looking at, I know maybe your dad is watching from wherever he is, and your mom, allowing you at a tender age to do this. What inspires them for you to say, okay, Oluchi, you can do this at your future?
I think it was actually me who was asking them to do athletics. I feel like this was more of a calling instead of a passion or something I do for fun. And they are actually here in the stadium at the moment. So
I want to see Daddy and Mommy.
Yes, sir. So I'm really blessed that they're here to watch me compete, and I sacrifice and I give this medal to them. I dedicate it to them.
Oluchi, next is the Youth Olympics, the world champion. What motivates you? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years of standard?
I definitely hope to see myself in the Olympics in 2028. I think the main thing that motivates me is the reason why I do athletics, which is to glorify the Lord's name and to inspire young children that it is possible, especially for young black female sprinters and long jumpers, that it is possible if you trust in God.
I love your confidence that with God all things are possible, and that's good for this tender age, for you being a Christian, believing God, everything is possible. And then being at this level now, Oluchi, going forward, what message will you be passing to younger kids who can say, oh, I wish to be like that Oluchi, who is from Nigeria but also from South Africa, who is doing this marvelous thing at this time?
I think the main thing is to never give up. Yesterday I ran 100 meters and I came fourth. I would have loved to place higher and get a medal, but I'm really grateful for where I am. So if you can get anything, is to never give up. No matter how heartbroken you are, don't stop. Especially as females, don't stop. And also to be proud of your heritage, where you come from, is very important.
So finally, before I let you go, Oluchi, Nigeria, we believe the government should bring. We're putting our own effort. As you run, are you placed on scholarship from South Africa? Going to school and partnering sport alongside? How do you blend this together?
It's definitely very difficult, early mornings, late nights, but I think it's the motivation and the reason why I started, which is really driving me, and knowing that I can compete on a continental stage is really what keeps me going.
We one day want to come back to Nigeria?
Definitely. And the next time I come, I want to come when I'm free, my mind is free and not focusing on athletics, and to really explore this beautiful country.
I love you so much, and you could hear from South Africa and Nigeria. I think we will do Nigeria now.
Which one?
Nigeria.
Oh, Nigeria.
Oh, Nigeria, South Africa.
South Africa.
Nigeria, South Africa.
Nigeria, South Africa.
Nigeria, South Africa. That's it. And that's of the lady here, junior athlete, long jumper from South Africa, but Nigerian father and the South African mom, Oluchi Abeokuta, right here at the ongoing combined third under 18, under 19 championship, the Confederation of African Athletics here in Ogun State. And what a way to say. She says her parents is here. We'll catch up with her family anytime from now. Still stay here on KAFTAN TV. Busayolo Okere from Abeokuta, Ogun State.
Lane 7 has got Khalid Ahmed on beat number 363. And on beat number 036 is Umbundo Victor from Angola on beat number 036 on lane 8. Those are your 8 athletes competing for this event. The under 18 800 meters men.
800 meters is 2 times round the track. With 800 meters, you go 200 meters before everybody can move into the first lane to start running, and they go round 2 times. So it's almost like it's a sprint. You know, sometimes you don't know where to put the 800 meters, whether it's a sprint or a middle distance. Some people running so fast that you would think it's a sprint.
Race started already. As quickly as possible, we'll have a world record for the under 18 boys event of 1 minute 43 seconds by Mohammed, a man of Ethiopia. He did it in Rieti, Italy in 2011. We have another Ethiopian right here. He looks to take the lead. It's just behind the leader currently. They are taking their time, slowing their pace a bit.
Yeah, you go into the distance after the 100 meters curve. After a 100 meters curve, then everybody can move into lane 1.
You have Coach Manasseh currently leading the park, the Kenyan. You have the Ethiopian catching up as quickly as possible. They are good at races like this. And then it's the final lap, they increase their paces. It's about who wins this one. It's a one-time thingy. They're going all out for it. They're running it. You have to win to be able to move on to the next level, which is the final. And the Kenyan is not going to relinquish that position. Coach Manasseh continually pushing forward. He spaced himself from the others. He's getting closer to the 100-meter mark, and the gap is just so much. It looks like he has taken this one. Abeokuta of Algeria is also chasing after. And the South African Emil Ellis, looks like he will be taking the second position. Third position is still with the Ethiopian, but it looks like he might be relinquishing that. But what we see, he's holding on strong. But that man, Coach Manasseh, Charlie, who wins the race. And we have second Emil Ellis, and third in the Ethiopian, Samo Gerehama. What a great racer from this man, Coach Manasseh. Started so well, kept that momentum, and finishes with some level of perfection.
Yes, I would have to even check that time. It looks as if he did almost close to the championship record, if not so.
Such a beautiful racer from start to finish. They gradually left themselves behind. But this is just how to go about it. Such a beautiful finish for him. Coach Manasseh running it so well as he surely would have wanted. And you see it will have Kenya first, South Africa second, and Ethiopia finishing third.
And we have the Kenyans as the defending champions from the last championship, so it's their race to lose.
And like I mentioned, we have an Ethiopian as a world record holder for the under 18. But just to confirm what exactly the result is for the 100 meters under 18 heptathlon women, heat 2, Morocco's Berkada Nassima finished with a time of 14.84. Algeria's Benamain Manar finished with a time of 14.87 second, and we had Egypt's Noor Abdo run a time of 15.72 seconds for the 100 meters under 18 heptathlon women's heat 2 hurdles. Just to remind you of heat 1 for the under 18s, Burkina Faso's Zongo Zalisa finished with a time of 14.59 seconds. Morocco's Badou Wissal finished with a time of 15.1. And Tunisia's Rekik Rama also ran a time of 15.33 seconds. That's a lady from Tunisia. We have fans and watching. The future is also very much right here. You see the spectators not left out. Cross section, you see the Ivorians very much present right here. The French-speaking nation. They were the host of the first combined under 18 under 20 African athletics event. The Algerians also doing so well here. One of the top medalists as we wait for the heat 2 of the under 18 men's event. We saw heat 1 earlier, and like I mentioned, we had Kenya, South Africa and Ethiopia finished first, second and third respectively. These are your athletes for the heat 2 for this race. We have a Nigerian for this race. We have Kenya also represented here. There is also Algeria. There is Egypt. All very much present in this event. Athletes getting very much ready. Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, Algeria, Tunisia, Egypt, and Comoros also lined up for this one.
On your mark.
They're on their marks. And the gun is up. They'll start their race a bit slower. All the 8 athletes for heat 2. (800 meters under 18. Men's event.
In this race, you also see that sometimes when you're coming up the curve, you want to make sure you are not being boxed in also. It doesn't matter, 800 might seem like a short race, but we still have people that when you get boxed in, you have to start jostling and you trip yourself, so you really have to be careful.
You have to do all the can to avoid hurdles. It's not part of their race. And you see the Kenyan leading again. This is the second lap. We just saw the Algerian almost falling down. Looks like it was also pulled to gain balance. Sure, that will be checked. It's getting hotter gradually. The Kenyan is not looking to relinquish his lead. We have the Tunisian chasing after him so strongly. We don't know them too many times for these races, but they look to do it. The Ugandan is currently on 3rd position. They are approaching the 200 meter mark. Getting closer to the final 100 meters. What you will see the best of them. The sprint is really on the high at this point. They're running at their best. See how they're going about it.
You really want to make sure you're a contender for the final, so you stay with those leading. We have the Kenyans in the front right now, and the Ethiopian really coming in fast.
The Kenyan wins this one. The Tunisian comes second, and the Ugandan comes third. It's been a battle between the Nigerian and the Algerian. And I think he's been disqualified for this. I think there's some disqualification, but let's focus on the winner. This is the man, another Kenyan winning the second heat. Yeah, and they show you the recap of what happened exactly. Just a recap of what exactly happened. The Nigerian trying to pull the Algerian. It was a battle. The officials saw it clearly. It happened again, and he pulled them back just to take that position. But congratulations to Kenya. Congratulations to Tunisia. And also congratulations to Ethiopia, to Uganda, those who finished first 3. You can see the Nigerian not happy, he screams. You can see the Algerian push him after, trying to take him off his position. So if they need 4 to qualify, it means the Algerian qualifies ahead of the Nigerian. You don't have to be bullish. You don't have to pull anyone. It's a no-contact sport. But that man most likely forgot about that just because he wanted to get a position.
Heptathlon, under 18, high jump, triple jump.
This is the results for the first heat. We saw Coach Manasait finished with a time of 1 minute 48 seconds. Emil Ellis of South Africa finished second. And we saw the Ethiopian Samo Berehawa finishing third. Ghana's Sabuno coming fourth in the race. Some communication going on the side. So the South Africans so relaxed for this, really came in for business. And this is for 800 meters under 18 men's heat 2, the one we just saw. Ngeti Chilawi finished first with a time of 1 minute 50 seconds. Jamnoy of Sahed finished second from Tunisia. Uganda's Krube Fadil Afar finished third. What we have right here is that Nigeria's Odunto Michael Buluatife finished fourth, with Nigeria's Buziza Ismail finishing fifth in that race. I see the Tunisians showing their flag, their emblem, so confident of what they've been able to do, so proud of themselves. We get ready now for the 800 meters under 18 women, having finished with the men. That's just a view of what it looks like at this point in time. But athletes from different parts of Africa participating in this. Got Tunisia. Got Kenya also ready for this one. 7 of the athletes running the 800 meters under 18 women's event. That's another. This is going to be another interesting event. We also got a Nigerian on this race.
It's also good to know that in the last championship, the Kenya had a clean sweep in this event. So they'll be here to defend their title.
7 of them for heat 1. There you go. Shedned Karen of Kenya. Jamutai Vikodi also of Kenya. Khadija of Morocco. Haruna Latifa of Ghana. Elisha Agape of Nigeria. Ibn Salem Hiba of Tunisia. And Safa Suleiman of Djibouti, all running this race. The Kenyans are setting the pace. Nigeria just behind both of them. Agape coming behind. She's now moved on to second position. Still the false 400. Running really fast for this. Can she keep the tempo for the second lap?
Yes, we have the championship record standing at 2 minutes and 5 seconds. And we see that Kenya has kicked off and she has left the others behind.
Still running the race. The Kenyan is doing a landslide as far as the lead is concerned.
But this is the first heat. You want to make sure you're part of those that qualify in the first 3.
Jamutai Vikodi is very much in front. We've got Agape in second. And you have somebody coming really close. Khadija from Morocco takes over from the Nigerian. But there is still a curve to be sure she has done it completely. She takes over and also comes in front of her. Some technique that they play right here when it comes to athletics.
Yes, look, you see that the Kenyan in front has left them, so the jostling between the Nigerian and the Moroccan, but the other Kenyan is coming up to the Nigerian. The Nigerian has to make sure she keeps her position. She shouldn't make sure she loses it. The Kenyan is not letting up, but the Nigerian is holding on. The Kenyan has overtaken her.
And it's surely a Kenyan that wins the race. She does it in style. Jamutai Vikodi comes first. And you have a good race also from another Kenyan who comes on to finish third. Karen doing it for Kenya. And Khadija finishing second from Morocco. She started well, Khadija.
Yes, the Kenyans actually ran well. I think they're actually going for a championship record. So it remains to be seen. So when the final comes, I think they're actually going to go for a championship record. What do you think?
Most likely that's what they're coming for. She ran just over 2 minutes. Just over 2 minutes.
Very, very close to the championship record. Just a few seconds away from the championship record.
Exactly. And we're going to see what happens. We're sure they've kept a bit of energy for it. Talking about abroad in the final itself. That's the first heat. Heat 2 kickstart in a beat. And this is where the takeover came from. That Kenyan doing it over Agape, Elisha. A strong race we saw from Heat 1 as we get ready for Heat 2. Fans are not left out. Selfies also taking place by the side. Man brings down his family to enjoy this race or this event at large. It's a joyful thing. We are getting ready for Heat 2. We've also got 7 athletes put together from different parts of Africa. Kenya will always be there. Cynthia Chepkurui is on lane 1. On lane 2 we've got Sadiq Asna from Morocco. And on lane 3 is the athlete from Djibouti, Hibo Ismail Hussein. On lane 4 is the athlete from Benin Republic, Atade Mahobolo actually. And Ethiopia has got Tilahun Elizabeth. Not forgetting South Africa's Virgin Daniela on lane 6. And on lane 7 is Mudenda Mabambe as they got a shot and they take off with some high speed. Wanting to push themselves forward. You know how this works. Chepkurui Cynthia running that race from the pace to which she takes off. She has a plan. She wants to lead from start to finish. She's slowed down a bit right now, allowing the Ethiopian Elizabeth to catch up a bit. One thing about races like this is that you can always relinquish your position if you cannot keep up with the pace that you started with.
Yes, and the 800 meters is a lot faster than, let's say, the 1,500 meters. So you need to keep, like, if you fall in this race, chances are you will not be able to catch up, things like that. So you really need to stick with the lead in this race if you want to make it into the final round.
It's the final round. The same ladies are still in the lead. Cynthia Chepkurui and Elizabeth Tilahun still in first and second. We have South Africa's runner on number 3, Daniela Virgin. Can she keep up with that pace? She looks to be slowing down. I won't be surprised if she's caught up, and that's what is happening already. From a distance, she's relinquished that on 3rd position.
We have in the first heat where the Kenyans were just microseconds away from making a championship record. So what do you think this other Kenyans will do with this heat?
Most likely, what we'll see with Elizabeth on the start, or rather Cynthia on the start, we might be seeing her create a new championship record. She started on a sprint. You can see her still keeping up.
Yes, and the Ethiopian is not letting go.
She's just
so
very
she might be challenging enough for her to actually make a good time.
From the 100 meters as well, we'll see more. It's the best of paces right now. The Ethiopian looks to be catching up. Can she do that? It's going to be really tough for her. Cynthia and Elizabeth running this race at this point. But it looks like Cynthia will win this one, and she does it in a time of 2.09 seconds, unofficial yet. A good race from her.
Yes, it's not as fast as the first heat though.
We see the top 3 right now. Elizabeth finishes second behind Cynthia Chepkurui. That's Ethiopian behind the Kenyan. It was a very good race for both of them. Asna Sadiq of Morocco also has done greatly well for herself, coming 3rd. And surely a beautiful race. The recap of what we saw earlier, this was the first and the final third right now. Very, very strong race. Kept their pace from start to finish. The 2 ladies leaving every other behind. This is how it works, and this is how to hold your breath, keep your pace, and make sure nobody stops you from doing what you have to do. Great race and great finish from Cynthia, followed by Elizabeth, and the number 3 woman, Sadiq Asna. As much as you enjoy the games, you also have to enjoy some chops. That's what the lady on the Nigerian jersey is doing. Beautiful face. And I see lovely table manners even when you don't have a table in front of her.
Yes, we love those Nigerian jerseys. They've really become popular around the world. I have friends from across the world actually demanding or asking for those jerseys. So same thing happened when you make the national team on the track and field, you get a Nigerian jersey and you wear it proudly. I remember I refused to wear a Nigerian jersey until I made the Nigerian team, and I could proudly wear it and said I had earned this.
So that's tactics. That's you setting the standard for yourself and saying, if I don't get into the team, I am not wearing this jersey. Beautiful. athletes, many of them not wearing their jerseys today, their bibs. They are also coming in here to support their own. That's why you see them all on the spectator stands. South Africans also not left out. It's been a beautiful time for the South Africans in this event.
Yes, for those athletes that have finished their events, you know, you see them now really troop out to come and support their fellow athletes. Typically, if you have an event, you know, you have to go rest. You're either in the call room, but as the day goes by, you see more and more athletes come out for the country, indicating that they finished their event and they're coming to give their fellow athletes some moral support.
That's Hafsan Majakudome on your screen, making her hair. She's done it, she's won the medals. 2 medals actually for herself. One as a team, the other as a sprinter. And it's time for her to also look beautiful again.
What better motivation for you to come out? You notice that they will be the ones that would scream and shout the loudest to encourage their teammates because they have done something and they believe their own teammates can do it. So they come out and become the loudest voice for their own teammates.
It's a beautiful thing. Seeing athletes also very much right here. The future stars starting from, should I say, the scratch, so they can reach the heights that they have to be. Beautiful things right here. Many of them have gotten the white flags, even if they never knew a song by Dido. But they've enjoyed every bit of it. Surely we're waiting for the next event. But before then, the under 18 800 meters women's heat 1 saw Chemutai Bikodi from Kenya win with a time of 2.05 minutes. We saw Morocco's El Mostakim Khadija finish second, and Kenya's Chepgeno Karen finishing third. And this is heat 2. We've got Chepkuroi Cynthia finishing first with a time of 2.08 minutes. Talihun Elizabeth Amari of Ethiopia finishing second, and then Sadiq Asna of Morocco finishing third. South Africa came fourth in that race. Daniela Vijoin is a lady, and it's just a beautiful thing to see at this point. Top 3 surely have qualified for the final. We're waiting for the time it will be fixed for as they go on to rest. Beautiful faces all around the stadium. You cannot take it away from what you've seen so far. Lots of Nigerians, officials, fans, security officials. We have communications also going on by the side. Chewing and eating with so much joy and passion. They can now find out now that they are on the cameras. Some are smiling, some are not. Different moods for different folks. This is one of the reasons we say you always smile. That's the woman answering. Some are also capturing the moment. This man is not going to stop eating his fruit salad for sure. Raises his spoon to the air. You know, guys with playing around their fingers, giving funny signs. It's been some great event from start. And day 4 has surely lived up to the expectations of so many. The young boy is not left out. He's seen himself on the big screen and is going to be really happy about it. Yes, he's looking at the cameras and telling him, no, this is where I wanted to see myself. What a joy for the young man. We always ask you to smile for reasons like this. Different nations very much present right here. Eritrea not left out. It's all fun, security officials and spectators having some conversations just on the side as they see themselves up there. I tell you, it's beautiful to witness events like this. Having these young boys also come see these events, share their own, and have some good stuff. And I tell you, You cannot take away DJ Finest, one of the finest DJs in town, giving you the best of music at the stadium. You cannot take men away from the little things that keep them agile. Some of the cross-section of fans you have in this stadium. It's a Saturday, it's a weekend, and some relaxed boat for most of the fans. In the bid to have another race to go. Most likely we'll go into 400 meters, heat 2 for the under 18 women. You can see the beautiful faces across Africa, seeing themselves on the screen and so happy. Next up is the heat for another set of runners for 400 meters under 18 women. Just got through 400 with 800 meters. Same under 18 women. Each 1 and 2. We've got mixed athletes on 7 different lanes getting ready for this one.
The next event is 400 meters hurdles, women under 18. It's number
on the
1.
screen is the athlete on lane 1, Margaret from Zimbabwe. We've also got the Moroccan on lane 7, Rania Abdel. That's your representative from Benin Republic, Ramatan Mama from Mama Ramatu, beat number 039. Your Nigerian athlete is also very much right here. Esther Ifechukwuwankwo is getting ready for the race on lane 2. Just to confirm the start list, Margaret Moungalpi of Zimbabwe is on lane 1, Esther Ifechukwuwankwo on lane 2 from Nigeria, Soel Rachen of Tunisia on lane 3, Mama Ramatu of Benin Republic on lane 4, Algeria's Maria Mohamedi on lane 5, and Jana Hassani of Egypt on lane 6, not forgetting lane 7, Rania El Mamado getting ready for the race. 7 athletes for this one. Heat 1, also having 2 coming up just after this. But let's see who comes out top right here and qualifies for the 400 meters final. Morocco, not done badly. Always come out from nowhere to do things.
Yes, we have the defending champions coming from South Africa. We also have the record holders in this event also being South Africa with a time of 59.22 seconds. So that's the time to beat if you want to set a new championship record.
So talk about the new championship record. Talk about the race. Last time out we saw the women do their thing. I tell you, these under 18 girls are very much ready for an interesting event. The South African Colin Sheepers ran a time of 53.78 seconds 2 years ago. Looking forward to seeing maybe something different this time around for the under 18 girls 400 meters. That was for the number 400 meters. This time around, we're running the hurdles. Tumi Ramon Popa, who's currently in this event, running the under-20s, has the personal best of 59.41. But let's go on to the race immediately. 7 athletes now running the heat. 400 meters on the 18 women's hurdles. They have to go through those hurdles to round off this race. It's about who does it best, who keeps the confidence and the tenacity.
Who has the better technique in order to, like the 100 meters hurdles. You have to jump in such a way that you do not hit the hurdles, because once you hit the hurdles, he slows you down. And this is a 400 meter, so you still have a long way to go. So anything slowing you down can really take you back from getting a good position. So you need to be really careful about hitting the hurdles in this one.
Closing it down, we're having this lady do it for her country. She's nearing it at this point, and you cannot stop her from what she started with. What a good race we are having from Jana Asamoah. What a great race and she's just run. Nigeria finishing second. S.I. Ifechukwu Nwankwo. And a good runner just on that lane. Look at what the Moroccan has done for herself.
Yeah, another thing to note is that the height of the hurdles for the 400 meters hurdle is not as high as you have in the 100 meters hurdles. So
that's a good race, running that one from start to finish.
Congratulations to the Moroccans and well done to the Nigerian.
Rania El Mamadu separated herself, did as much as she could to avoid hitting any of the hurdles. That actually kept her going. Ifechukwu also held her ground, came really slow a bit. She was tiring out, but she held her ground. She had that advantage of staying on second, setting also the pace for others to follow. And third position is the lady just next to her, Rechan Sohail of Tunisia. These are the top three that we have from this race. Talking about Morocco, Nigeria, and Egypt for heat 1, 400 meters hurdles on the 18 women. That's Morocco, Egypt, and Tunisia. Morocco, Nigeria, and Tunisia actually, just to confirm, first, second, and third position for heat 1. Heat 2 comes up in a bit. It's going to be really an interesting race. You can see the joy from the fans. Young girls who are also having athletes amongst them, celebrating with all their hearts at this point. We told you earlier that the South African has this record. She's still very much in this event. Rumi, we saw her do wonders yesterday with the under-20s, but this is the under-18 event.
So we have the defending champion back to defend her record.
She'll be defending her record in the bigger stage, and this is what we have for the tables as far as medals are concerned. South Africa has got 14 gold, or rather 10 gold. Nigeria 3 gold. Kenya also on 3 gold. On third position, Algeria is on 4th with 1 gold. Namibia on 5th with 1 gold. Botswana also got 1 gold in this event. 14 in total for South Africa, 11 in total for Nigeria, 7 in total for Kenya. Same 3 countries always dead in the bag. It's about who does it. South Africa has got 70 athletes in this event. Nigeria has got 110. We should also pay for them participating in more events. That's one of the athletes I'm running the race for the heat 2. Beat number 239. South African. Very much positioned for this race. Neyman Megan on lane 1. That's a South African. And on lane 2, we've got Ella Yasser of Egypt. Ella Yasser of Egypt on lane 2. On lane 3 is Adrian Jaffe Anna of Madagascar. And the race has kick-started. Lane 4 is Manu Assa of Ghana. Lane 5 is Labiad Dog of Tunisia. And on lane 6 is El Maroufi Malal of Morocco.
Yes, for me, this event has become one of my favorite in recent times because of Sydney McLaughlin, the lady that every time she runs, she breaks the world record.
Let's see if there'll be a championship record set from the heat or from the final. You don't want to judge by what they run at this point. You can still turn the heat up and go on to win this race in style.
Yeah, for the heats, what you want to do is that you don't want to expend as much energy as possible. So if you see that you're in the lead and with nobody really competing with you, what you tend to do is that you reduce and you don't expend that much energy. Best second, you want to make sure you qualify, but not in such a way that you expend too much energy. Oh,
she falls, and that's a lady who would have wanted twice. She's given up already. What a way from number 1 getting on to number 4 in the race. She screams out loud, a huge pain for her. A huge pain for her. She cries. She's not going to forgive herself. What a pain it is for her at this point. But this is your winner.
That can be real heartbreaking. You know, one of the things you have to learn is that you need to learn a quick reaction time, things like this. So if you fall, I remember which race that it was a long distance where all the boats and Hassan, she fell in the 800 meters, got up quickly and was able to actually make up. Sometimes you really learn how to be able to fall and get up back up quickly. But unfortunately, she didn't get up quickly. It kind of like took her by surprise.
Tunisia not happy with herself. She's crying. Beat number 309, Labiad Dog. She had a great start. She's not going to forgive herself. It's a very huge pain for her at this point. You know how painful it can be. Moving from number 1 to finishing amongst the top 5. It's a painful one. That was some very huge pain. We're having a recap of what exactly happened in the race. It would have been Tunisia sweeping it.
Yeah, that's like I said, it happened to both, and it happened to Hassan, and in the Olympics.
And you can see her just in front before she fell. This is where it happened to her. She didn't pick herself. She wanted to pick herself back up, but it didn't work out. And we saw a Tunisian counterpart.
And we see that, yes, taking advantage of that fall. Sometimes that's the thing that you can help do it.
You saw a Moroccan counterpart do it against El Maroufi Malal, going on to win the race. A strong performance. But in the end, not the kind of result she wanted to get. It's a very painful situation. We'll get the results for you in a bit. But let's go to Manny in a bit to just give us some information from the interviews on pitch side.
Well, it's been so intense, so competitive, emotional from these athletes, as you can see from the heats 1 and 2 in the 400 meters hurdles for the under 18 women. Well, for the first heat, I've got with me Esther Onwachuku, who came second for Nigeria. I beg your pardon, for Nigeria in the 400 meters under 18 women heat 1. Well, Esther, you came second. Was that the target for you heading into the race?
No, sir.
So how do you feel after you came second in the end?
I feel a little bit disappointed and a little bit happy because I made it to the finals.
So how long have you been doing this for the 400 meters hurdles?
I just started.
You just started and you came second. Well, so what are we going to expect heading into the final? Is this something you want to achieve more?
Yes, I want to achieve more, something more. Like I need to cut my time to get a new PB and get to the medal podium.
All right, and I wish you all the best. Well, that was Esther Onwako, the Nigerian. She came second, clearly in some slight discomfort. But as you can see in that heat too, well, so emotional and so sad for the Tunisian, who, by the wayside, just somewhat couldn't finish in the end. But I'll leave my team of commentators for that description. Back to you as well, Antoine.
Thank you so much, Manny. We saw what happened to that lady who would have actually done it for herself, but dropped. It was a painful, painful finish in the end for Labiar Dog. Not happy at all, shedding tears, falling, trying to pick herself back up, wasn't working, but she still managed to finish the race.
And I like the way Nwachukwu just did her interview. You could tell, yeah, first she said she's just starting, it's good. But you could tell that because this is the heat and you need to conserve your energy for the final. She answered in such a way that she's conserving her energy and she's really thinking, you could hear the calculation in her voice. Okay, she's not happy with what she did. She needs to increase her time. So she's already started thinking about what she's going to do with the final. And that is professionalism at this early start. And that's good. I think her future is really bright when it comes to this event.
We have 400 meters under 18 men's hurdles. Next up, and this is heat 1. Athletes are on their tracks, getting ready for this event. And they have gone. We've got Ismail Mohammed on lane 1, Muhammad Sani Ibrahim of Chad on lane 2, Adaridi Yahya of Egypt on lane 3, Bano Musa on lane 4 from Algeria. Lane 5 also got an Algerian, Boutebak Adam, we've got on lane 6, Botatar Jacob, and also on lane 7, Van Royen Christo, also from Namibia. Two Namibians are running this race and they have to put all their efforts into it. We're seeing what the Moroccan is doing, trying to get past every other person. This is just how to do it. From lane 4, Bano Musa, the Algerian, also coming. It's a strong race. This man from Morocco looks like the man who's going to win this race in the end. He set the standards, he's left everybody behind, and he does it with some distance. What a race we've just seen. A beautiful start and a finish. The Moroccan does it for his country, and he wins it in the end.
Yes, sir.
You've just done the 400 meters heat 1 for under 18 men. 400 meters hurdles heat 1 for under 18 men. Banu Musa is your champion. Look at how he outpaces every other person. The Moroccan does it brilliantly. This is how it happens in the end for him. You see the second and the third position also coming through. We see number 3 man, Dani Yahia, finishing 3rd. Rada Mamat Sani Ibrahim of Chad finishing 3rd. Good race and we've seen so far from the men. We also have heat 2 in a bit for the 400 meters hurdles for men.
Yes, we have the South Africans being the defending champion and also the record holders for the under 20 400 meters hurdles men with a time of 48.76 seconds. So that's the time to watch out for, that's the time to beat.
And we just go straight up to Manny on the pitch side. He's got the winner of just the last event that was just concluded for the men. Banu Musa, take it away, Manny.
When it comes to the hurdles, the 400 meters, the Moroccans also giving it a great fight here at the MKO Abiola Sports Arena. We saw from the female moments ago, and now this time we've seen from the male. I've got with me Musa, who won the under 18 for the 400 meters hurdles. How are you feeling?
How are you? I am Musa Banor, I am 16. I am Moroccan. I am happy, very, very happy. La famille is happy. It's la famille. My brother is very, very happy. Morocco. I am very, very, very good happy. Thank you very much. So le CAA et tous les Marocains, bon courage. Alhamdulillah, dima Maghreb.
Well, what more can I say? Clearly happy, bringing all the emotions. Musa from Morocco. Back to you guys, the team of commentators, Azu and Otoye.
And nobody understands everything he has spoken. We will try to grab the little we can. I heard him say Morocco, 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 and that's the pride celebrating the country that he is from. There is no better way. We're getting ready for Heat 2, and that's the list from Heat 1, the results that you had from 400 meters hurdles, women's Heat 1. Madao of right. Are you happy from Heat 2? Marufi Malak, Manu Esther on second. We just run straight up now to what we've got for you on Heat 2 for the men. 400 meters hurdles, they've kick-started. You have on lane 1, Stein from South Africa, Daniel Ovie Possible on lane 2 from Nigeria, Chanta Mohammed of Tunisia on lane 3, Sido on lane 4, lane 5 has got Alex Abia of Ghana, Diko Hama on lane 6 from Burkina Faso, Drive Sahad on lane 7, and they move on now to the final stages of the race, pushing through gradually, closing down to the 300-meter mark to enter the final 100 meters. And you can see what the South African is doing on lane 1. Stian Myborg is leading and then looks behind to see if anybody is coming.
Yes, and you see the Nigerian there. He needs to have a clean jump in order to not break his speed. Looks like it's going to be a photo finish.
And he does it as the number 3. It's South Africa, Tunisia, and Nigeria, first, second, and third. The man whose name Possible made it possible for himself. Showed the possibility of finishing in the top 3. He found it really tough towards the end. You just thought he was going to relinquish that position, but he held on strong. And you can see your Tunisian also finishing second in this race. Chanta Mohamed doing a great job also for his team. That's the recap of what we saw earlier. Good race from the start. The South African held the strength, his confidence, and his focus, also playing with the technique. He was behind from the start, and just what you see from the athletes who start on lane 1, but he never looked back. Stan Myberg holding strong, looked back and he found out that there was no one chasing after him, and I think he actually slowed down, maybe because it's the heat, not looking forward to records.
Yes,
but just wanted to win the race.
He doesn't need to expend that much energy. He needs to leave that for the final so that he can put all his best there.
Strong finish. The Tunisian comes second. And you see the Nigerian Daniel Ovie Possible finishing third. The second 400 meters hurdles men's under 18 heat that was just seen. That's your winner from South Africa, giving you thumbs up and saying thank you to the fans. Qualifies for the final. It's another very interesting race we'll be looking forward to. These beautiful girls are not missing out on any of these events. They're watching from the big screen and also watching on the side. And the man who has just won this heat, Stahan Myborg, is just ready for the interview with my man Emmanuel Sebastian. Take it away, bro.
Since grade 4.
Well, the 400 meters hurdle still getting intense here at the MKO Abiola Sports Arena. The tracks is really boiling, and we may have got Stian from South Africa who just won the second heat. How does this make you feel, Stian?
I'm very delighted with the race. Still getting used to the climate and weather and stuff, but glad to get a win in the heat. Now getting ready for the final tomorrow.
What are your expectations for the final, and what's the target for you for this event?
To win and to go sub 50, get my first 49, and then be the African champ.
How long have you been doing this, Stian?
Since grade 4. Well, the short hurdle since grade 4, but the long hurdle since grade 7. Yeah.
So for the people of South Africa watching, what can you say to them?
Ek wil sê baie dankie. Veel ondersteuning. Ek waardeer almal van julle. Ek lief julle, mamma, papa. Ek lief julle. Ek gaan die wen kry.
Wish you all the best, Stian.
Thank you, man.
All right. That was Stian from South Africa. Well, they were favourites heading into this third CAA African Championships. And so far, till day 4, they're still not letting go of their title. But we'll wait for what will come up in the final day. Back to the commentators, Azu and Otoye.
And he says it straight up, he wants to do a sub 50 and wants to win it tomorrow. Switches to his language when he gets to the point of saying what he wants to say to his South African fans and compatriots. Beautiful race he's just had, and lovely interview also, even as he panted from start to finish.
Yeah, I usually call the 400 or 4 hurdles a crazy race, but you have to sprint, but you have to sprint for the whole lap around the track, and that can be mind-blowing. If you ever tried running as fast as you can from the start and going around and coming back, you will know that what these athletes are doing is a great feat.
Matotsi Undo of South Africa did it 2 years ago with a championship record of 51.36 seconds. We saw Nicolas Aninze Ifeanyi Chukwu finishing second, and that's how it looks like. We want to see what will happen this time around. Let's quickly switch to the results for the 400 meters hurdles under 18 men. Heat 1, Banu Musa of Morocco finished first. Van Rooyen Christo Johan finished second from Namibia. And it was really an interesting race, as the fans are also not left out of this. It's a tough race now. We've seen what happened in the Heat 1 Morocco. Heat 2, we have South Africa. These two guys, you saw how they raced. Who will you give it to if it's down to two of them for tomorrow?
The South African. I would say the South African.
Technique-wise, or the pace you saw?
I would say the pace and the drive from the South African. You could see, you could hear in his voice that that is what he came for, and he's not going to leave here until he gets what he came for and trained for.
Said he's going to do his sub 50, or he's looking to do his sub 50. Said he's done a personal best of 49 points. How many milliseconds? I don't know. Well, he said he's done the sub 50 before. But like you said, it's different from an event. This is from Heat 1 once again. Banu Musa of Morocco won it with a time of 54.39. Van Rooyen Christo Johan finished second from Namibia. And third is Mahamat Sani Ibrahim Amadou coming third from Chad, with the Namibian coming fourth. Going now to Heat 2, 400 meters hurdles under 18 men. We saw Stian Myberg finishing first from South Africa, the man we just talked about. Tunisia's Chintia Mohamed Aziz finishing second, and Ghana's Boateng Apia Alex coming third. And you see the timing, 51.77 and a 54.613. So much seconds between them, almost 3 seconds.
You could almost say that Stan is going to be the one that will have to chase himself in this race, but you never know. Like I said, it's a hurdles event, so anything can happen. If he doesn't go over the hurdles properly, like we saw what happened with the ladies, anything can happen. So, but he looks like he's really ready. He looks like he's really pumped. He looks like he's self-motivated. So it's going to be a lovely finals to watch.
Really a lovely finals to watch, just as lovely as these faces that you were seeing on your screen. From the men to the women to the athletes, different races, all gathered right here in Abeokuta. The CAA African Under-18 Under-20 Athletics Championship currently ongoing. And I tell you, you cannot take away this. Guys who make the events colorful, the Moroccans, one of them, the South Africans, the Tanzanians, the Nigerians, the Namibians, the athletes from Chad, the Burkina Faso, and all of the 40 plus countries gathered right here. Injuries, tears of joy and also of sorrow. And I tell you, it is all what makes the event what it is. Back to the same family, this woman of 2. And I tell you, it's so much joy for her having a kid right at the event. She might not be smiling at this point, but she's sure happy to be here, opening the eyes of those young ones. This man from Tunisia, he's saying thumbs up to the cameras, happy to see himself on the big screen, and he also gives you that sign of love. We love you, bro. We love what you've done. We love the sign you've just put on your screen.
Doesn't he look like Mo Salah?
Okay. One man's look, it's another man's view. But I tell you, it's the hair I didn't take note of. If I had seen that hair, maybe it would have made me think in that direction so fast. Mo Salah, is that footballer for Liverpool? Confirmed he just signed a new deal. Also plays for the Egyptian national team. And this is Tunisia, all enjoying themselves. Egypt actually don't mind me. These flags don't go put me for trouble. Completely different, but they are all North Africans. It's a joy to see all of them gathered right here as we enjoy every beat of it. This is some of the view. The South Africans on one side also enjoying themselves. And this is the Nigerian wearing his Adire. And also coming to see the event on a Saturday. We'll have to focus on what we are doing right here. And these are the faces so focused on what is happening, waiting for the next event. The CAA African Under-18 Under-20 Athletics Championships. Once again, we'll say thank you to AIT, OGTV, Super Sports Channel 208, Startimes, SABC Sports, TVC, and all of these stations are beaming it live from start to finish. Team 33 production is also streaming live on YouTube. Team 33 in numerals production. Just look for that on YouTube and you'll see everything that we are talking about right here in case you want to take a walk away from your house. You'll be enjoying the event from start to finish.
Anyway.
Trying to cover her face right there, but we see you there. Love your face. You're one of the beautiful ones that have been born.
Yes, athletes are like coming out to encourage their fellow athletes. Like you said, once you finish your own event, you're basically free to come out and enjoy.
You become a supporter.
Yes.
And a motivator.
Yes.
And an inspiration.
Yes, especially if you won a medal. They tend to be the loudest when you see they're cheering their team because they're looking for others to join them on the podium, to join them in the celebration.
Another beautiful face, even if she's not smiling. Smile, my dear. You might be getting more than just watching athletics before you leave this place today. Don't say I said so, Tonya.
Well, it's the weekend, so from wherever you're watching, bring your family, bring your kids. You know, all they have to do is to see. I can still remember my first Olympics. You know, the Olympics, the big stage, the touch lightning, the different events. That's where I fell in love with sports that are not, it's not track and field, like archery. I remember archery. It's usually the first event they start on the Olympics, and I always used to watch it. Then Robin Hood came along, so it was a no-brainer when it came to archery.
So you already got used to it before the event even kick-started. Yeah, you have those who also talk, enjoy themselves, see themselves on the camera like, what am I doing here? This woman is not so comfortable with it. The other is smiling and still chewing her gum. We'll tell you a bit of everything that is happening right here, and that's the beautiful thing about this event.
So wherever you are, you can come. So if you're in Lagos, the afternoon session starts at 4, so you can take a train and you will meet the afternoon event. Come and enjoy it, because we have a lot. We have the relays. We know Nigeria has already, the women, they've already taken a clean sweep in the 4x1 women and the 4x4 women, and they took a clean sweep in the medley. So we're looking for another one. Okay, they've not done the 4, it's a 4x4, we've done the 4x4. So we're looking for another clean sweep in the 4x1. So come and witness history in the making. So if you are home, this is the place to be. On a Saturday, this is the place to be. You need to inspire your children. It's not just for the fact that you want them to become athletes. It helps them mentally and in school, because that was the thing that really saved me for school, the fact that I was doing sports.
You just heard that from her. Expat secret that you might never have known about Otonya Iworima. What saved that from school is the fact that she was doing sports. Did that add to your CGPA?
Yeah, it made me, because I'm a bit of ADHD. I'm very hyperactive, very easily distracted, so I couldn't stay one place. So
next up is high jump on the return on the 20 women's heptathlon. Another event we've seen them do their runs earlier. This time around they are doing their jumps, and we are starting with another very active lady from Tunisia. She is ready for this one. We saw her earlier as she ran that race. this time around. She wants to do it.
So
she is very much in for the high jump. Tunisians ably represented here.
Yeah, so in the high jump, what they do is that they have a starting height, and everybody has to jump and make sure you get over it. If you don't get over it, oh, you see, that technique is how I used to start. It tells you that that height is actually low for you, so you just straddle it. That's how I started when I started high jump. So that height is really low. The higher she goes, then you see she's going to flop. That straddle naturally progresses to a flop.
She also does the same. This is how we cross the covert. We're trying to not use the pedestrian bridge.
So this is the starting height, so it kind of helps those that are not very good in the high jump so that you can register a jump, because once you don't register a jump, you don't have any points, and it's going to count against you when you do the 7 events.
If you're from Lagos, Nigeria, you understand what I talk about when I say covets. These girls must have had a picture of it. They will survive when they come to Lagos, Nigeria, one of the busiest cities in the world, one of the most commercial cities in the world. You just have the covets. Sometimes you don't have the pedestrian bridge. They just started building them in the late 90s or early 2000s. And you see the way you just do it, cross and target the next car coming. You're just so sure that you can go all the way through.
How do you think I started jumping?
Wouldn't know. I actually started jumping by stayed in areas where you have flooded roads. So you target 3 parks of water on the road where you don't want to dip your leg into it. You target, okay, I can do this. You go
step and jump.
I don't even step.
You see,
Hop,
all these track and field sports are natural sports that
for
you do
for Nigerians, or maybe for the Gaussians, Africans actually.
Yes.
And it's really been helpful. But we don't want to take it as some sport because we didn't take advantage of it.
I still do it.
We go now to the next jumper, and she has to do
the flop.
The flop.
It's called the flop, yes.
Not on the regular jump like she mentioned, the one we do in Lagos. Crossing the collar.
We straddle. You can see that her legs are a bit heavily strapped. Like I said, she has registered a jump, so she doesn't really have any issue right now about going out. So she strapped her legs, so I assume that she can continue with the competition, and hopefully it would not disturb her up to the extent that she would have to drop out.
Hopefully, like you said, it wouldn't disturb her at any point in time. See the athletes taking their time to do what they have to do, and they want to really come out great at this under 18 heptathlon for women currently ongoing. The long jump actually is the event you have on your screen. Beep number 364 is your next jumper from Algeria. And she brings it down. Maybe this is one of the events she's weak at. She's shown you from the start.
Yes, but it almost looked like she didn't put any effort. She was expecting herself to get it, so I'm assuming that she can actually get it. So next time she's gonna put a little bit more effort into it. Attack, be faster, and then attack the ground before she goes up. Because the way she flopped, you can see that her technique is really good. So it's just a bit of a miscalculation on her part.
She'll hope to do well. And next. She does the same thing. It's going to be really painful for her. Not what she wants at this point in time. It's too early. How she brought that down, it's not any way within a joy for her. Next up now is the 200 meters on the 20s men heat 1. That's what we have for you at this point in time. They've gone on their tracks. We have that man who won a gold yesterday. He also won this one. And they go straight up. Clinton Watinya is one of the athletes being looked forward to win this one. You've also got the Oratile Justice in this race. You've got the Nigerian also pushing through. And he's running his way through. Looks like he's going to be part of this. The South Africans are ahead. And Owatinya seems to have won the race again. A great race for that man, Owatinya. He does it so well. He knows this race. It looks like he has the Botswanan finish in second, Oratile Justice. The two names I mentioned earlier look like they've done it for themselves. Caleb Temidara seems to have finished fourth. We're not so choice between Owatinya and Oratile Justice, the Kenyan and the Botswanan. Great run. We saw sprinted from start to finish, held their nerves. And what a race it was that just happened a couple of seconds ago. Takes it off as quickly as possible. He's done a great job for himself. The Botswanan Justice Oratile. Just a recap of what you saw earlier. It was a great start from all athletes. You could see Caleb Temidara, the Nigerian, looking like he was very much in contention for this. But these young guys will not let him be. South African also held strong from start to finish. Makaza. And you saw the Kenyan.
Yeah, we can see the Botswana guy looking at this. The record is actually being held by Lesete Tebongo of Botswana with a time of 19.96 seconds. And you can see the Botswana are taking this as their birthright. So you could see him, he just jogged this to the finish.
It's a heat. We'll know what will happen in the final. Clinton Owatinya finishes first. Botswana's Justice Oratile finishes second. And you have the South African Sibonne Koye Makaza finished third in this race. A great race for three of them. Nigeria's Caleb Temidara finishes fourth. That's what you have for this. We'll confirm your times and have it on the screen in a bit as we get ready for heat 2 of the 200 meters race in a bit. This time around we've got 7 athletes running from lane 1, lane 2, lane 3, lane 4, lane 5, lane 6 and lane 7. And lane 1, you've got athlete from Swaziland, Msibi Setu. You've got Prince Oluwatobi of Nigeria on lane 2. You've got Benin Republic's Alopri Akam on lane 3. And on lane 4 is Hamdi Akram of Algeria. Lane 5 has Gomez Lopez from Cape Verde. And on lane 6 is Brian Akoff of Kenya. Rounding off is Methebe Susuma from Zimbabwe on the final lane. That's the man from Benin Republic, Alopri Akam. He's running from lane 3. The one on lane 4 is Algeria's Hamdi Akram getting ready for it.
You know, sometimes in races like this, your position determines the lane they're going to give you. So I'm assuming the Botswana guy knew, he knows the rules, so he probably slowed down so that he would get the lane he wants. Not everybody likes lane 1, so, but we'll see. It's going to be a super finish.
It's going to be a great competition in the final. Those two guys are the ones to watch out for. Justice Oratile and Clinton Owatinya, the Botswanan and the Kenyan respectively, even though the Kenyan won the race. Both of them slowed down in the end. Maybe Owatinya wanted Oratile to finish first, but no way. He also wanted his
he doesn't really
opposite
care
number
about
to
the
finish
lane
first.
he gets, so he's just conserving his energy for the finals.
Exactly. It could just be any of the two. But when we get there, we will know who is who in the final stages of this race. So just to remind you, we have a way it works. You finish fourth doesn't mean you've qualified. That's why you keep running even at the end. You could be fifth and be one of the fastest losers. from either heat 1 or heat 2, and you're picked to make up the 8 athletes that will run in the final. Thanks to some expert information we've just gotten right here, just to let you know, so that if you don't see the athlete who finishes first in heat 1, you might see an athlete who finishes 5th in heat 2 qualifying, and you're not surprised. Just like you have it in football, best losers are picked from different groups, maybe not because of positions, but sometimes it's because of positions, because that's the way it works. But here, it's about the best of times that are picked. After the first 3 have been picked, then they now need 2 more to make up the 8. If they choose to, they go for the best times after the first 6. The athletes are going on their tracks. They'll be on their marks and the beats, and that's what they are getting set for right now. They're on their marks. We'll have Swaziland, Nigeria, Benin Republic, Algeria, Cape Verde, Kenya, and Zimbabwe in that order from lane 1 to 7. And they go. Looks like there's a first start. They have to call them back. A recap of what happened exactly. They all took off at the same time. It looked like there was a false start. Okay. I think there was a malfunction somewhere. Not the athlete's fault. So they will just keep waiting as we've gotten confirmation. In a couple of seconds, they get back to their marks for the event to kickstart. If you just join us, this is the CAA African Under-18 Under-20 Athletes Championship, the 2025 edition. This is the 3rd combined event we're having for Under-18 and Under-20. We've been having them separately, but in 2019 we kick-started with Côte d'Ivoire. In 2023 it was in Zambia, and this is right here in Abeokuta, Ogun State, Nigeria, where we're having this huge event for most likely the future stars. A couple of them are already on that height, and we'll have 4 hits. There's a yellow card given to our athlete on lane 5. Gomez Lopez from Cape Verde. Must have been some offense from him. But that's the confirmation. He gets a warning. They get on their marks right away. Having an opportunity to go fast, go fast. It's about winning the race at these points. And there you go. Swaziland, Nigeria, Benin Republic, Algeria, Cape Verde, Kenya, and Zimbabwe. You can hear the screams from the fans. It's a speedy one from lane 6 and 7. And the Nigerian Oluwatobi Prince is really catching up. It looks like the Kenyan who win this. The Zimbabwean comes out tops. And it's lane 7, lane 6, and lane 2 who have won this one. Metebe Sushuma has won the race. You see him walking with so much confidence and joy. Followed by Akof Brian of Kenya. And you have Prince Oluwatobi of Nigeria qualify as the man who finished third. Very competitive race from the start, but they started separating themselves gradually. What a race, and what some speed you saw from there. All the energy put into this. This is just how to run the race. Methebe took over in the final 10 meters of this race. And he just outpaced Brian Akoff to win this one. Methebe Tuchuma finishes first. That's the man from Zimbabwe. Brian Akoff of Kenya finishes second. And we have Nigeria's Prince Oluwatobi finishing third. We now rush down to Manny, who has got some of those beautiful voices on pitch side. And we'll be hearing the interview in a bit.
Well, like we've seen so far here in this championship, the Kenyans are also proving their mettle when it comes to the short distance races. I've got with me Aluvi, well, you know him as Clinton Owatinya, but he's already a medalist so far in this championship, a gold medalist at that, but this time he's looking to doing it again in the 200 meters. He's into the finals. Well, Clinton, how are you feeling?
Fine, thank you. I'm feeling great.
All right, so tell us about this race you just partake now. What was the target heading into this race?
Okay, my target is still to prove that to the world, to Africa, that Kenyans are also in the short races. So for me, I'm taking part in the 200 and hoping to take again the gold medals.
Well, we saw Oratile Justice from Botswana, close second. You had a chat with him at the end of the race. What were you guys talking about?
Okay, you are telling that in the finals are going to be hot, and whoever take the prize is still gonna be a good medal for the country and also for Africa.
Well, guys, some fun fact for you. I've also got with me Brian. He just won the second heat for the 200 meters, and interestingly, he's a cousin to Aluvi Owatinya. Well, Brian, you came second. How does that make you feel?
I feel good to become a second, but it's not good for me, but because I know in semis I'm going to participate well so that I can make a time. I want 20, so in semis I'm going to improve that time.
So he's already a medalist so far in this championship. So how will it feel like for you competing against him in the final?
I feel good because I know it's good. It will push me to if I see him go, I cannot leave him like that. I can just push so that I can even me get into the medal. Yeah.
Guys, this sets us up for an interesting final for the 200 meters. Congratulations to Clinton and also to Brian. Well, wonderful race from the Kenyans. Back to our team of commentators.
So we just heard from those two cousins running the races at this point in time. Clinton Owatinya speaking just earlier. And we have heat 3 at this point in time. We'll take Fekul Bilal on lane 1, Donald Clovis on lane 2, and we've got Selepe Prince of Botswana on lane 3. Then we also have Madosa Fong from Swaziland on lane 4, Akalo David of Nigeria on lane 5, Zolani is on lane 6, and Raman Rimi Haja of Madagascar on lane 7. The race is up. The man who has that bandana tied over his head looks like he's taking the lead again. He runs this race with all of his energy. He's in close competition, and it looks like the Botswanan is taking over from him. What a race from that man Selepe Prince. And you see him do it, and Nigeria comes second in that race. David Akalu ran a very good race, but the Botswanan even ran a better race to finish tops of this one. Selepe Prince, what a race you've just seen. He's ready for the semi-final. He has qualified as one of the top 3 from heat 3. A good race, we are saying. And just a recap of what we saw earlier.
Yes, as we know, this is a heat, so how they will pick for the semi-finals will be they will pick the first 3 and then the 4 fastest losers. So you don't have to expend your energy too much. As long as you're in the first 3, that is good. Once you're not in the first 3, then you need to run to at least qualify as the fastest loser. That's good. We have a photo finish for the 3rd place. So
exactly.
We'll confirm that.
We'll confirm who finished 3rd. So a very, very tight one by the 3 athletes actually competing for that. We also getting ready for heat 4. Athletes are set. They are on the tracks already. We've got 7 of them lined up. Botswana, Cote d'Ivoire, Zimbabwe, Namibia, Ghana, Kenya, and Malawi, making up the 7 athletes, 7 countries for these athletes. It's going to be an interesting one. These athletes are getting ready, taking their marks on their tracks, setting up everything that is needed. What a way to run this race. What we are saying is really interesting. Otoye, we saw a yellow card earlier, and just for the listener or the viewer, they want to know what the difference is between the yellow and the green card, and even the red. We know the red is to evict a particular athlete, but the yellow and the green, if I just want to bring that into the learning of the listener out there.
For the yellow card signifies a personal warning for violations such as the false starts in some cases. And then we know the red card is all-out disqualification of the athlete. And the green card is to indicate that there's a technical issue. So the fault was not from the athlete, it was a technical issue. That was the green card.
So the yellow is a warning, the red card is go away. That's all, that's the end for you. But the green card
is NIGCOMSAT.
Okay.
Speaking in the local broken English.
NIGCOMSAT actually means it's our fault. That's what Otoye is trying to say right there. Telling you she's pure Nigerian from the Niger Delta part of the country, where Pidgin English is actually generated from.
And we don't carry last.
Okay. You have a particular word where they say Warri, no, they carry last. She's actually not from Warri. Where in River State is Otoye from?
I am from Okrika.
Okrika sounds like Okrika. That's what we call it in this part of Nigeria.
Yeah,
and back then, while growing up, Okrika actually meant second-handed clothes, fairly used.
That's another way to say second-hand. But also for my village, you have a lot of our top jumpers really come from my village alone. So if you're scouting for jumpers and sprinters, just come to my village.
And they are not second-handed.
No, we start it. We don't, we start and then we finish it.
Right. I had to pull our legs right there, but it makes it all interesting. Heat 4 is what we're getting ready for. We've done 3 heats for the under-20 men 200 meters race. And it's just been beautiful from start. Seeing some very great names registering themselves for the finals already, because you cannot take away Prince Selepe for the final. You cannot take away Owatinya Clinton from the final. You can also not take the third guy I mentioned earlier, Justice Oratile, for the final. While we get ready for the race, we have Manny to catch up with as quickly as possible on pitch side. Manny has a Botswanan, the fastest guy, Prince, who was short as a Prince. And let's also hear from him in a bit.
Botswanan still making a mark for themselves here at the 200 meters heat. I mean, not just Oratile Justice, we've also got Prince, also from Botswana. Well, how are you feeling, Prince?
Good. I'm feeling very good.
All right, so you're going to be competing with your teammates, Justice, in the final. How does that make you feel?
It excites me because we are from Botswana together, and the guy this will be my second race with him, so I don't know what will happen. We will see what will happen there.
So what can you promise to the people of Botswana back home?
People from Botswana, I will say I want to thank them for the support, and we have to come with the medal when we go back to Botswana.
All right, that's Prince. Just to put things in perspective, there will be a semi-final before the final, so you want to keep it locked ahead of the final day of this third CAA championship. Back to the team of commentators.
Thank you so much, Manny, for the clarity. We have a semi-final. After the 4 heats, you pick the top 3 to make up 12. Then you need 4 to make up 16 for 2 semi-final heats to qualify for the final.
So you pick the 4 fastest losers.
The 4 fastest losers, as she mentioned, and not those who finished 4th in each of the heats. Wow, that's beautiful. That can be painful. After I finish 4th, somebody finished 5th. She does better, and that's why they don't pick those who do well, or who. That's why they don't put them in a particular order. They use the times.
They use the time. So you might be 4th in one heat, but your time is slower than somebody
who
that was
4th
in or even 5th in another heat. So we want to make sure the semi-final is very competitive. So they pick the fastest losers.
Let's get straight up. It's on the way right now. They're taking their marks. They're on their marks at this point in time. Nsibi Siho Setu of Swaziland is on lane 1. Oh, I just went back to what we had earlier. Let's go now to heat 4. Pardon me for that. Heat 4 has got Ludik Lefa of Botswana, Kofi Atse Jahin of Cote d'Ivoire, and they kick-started the race. Musa of Zimbabwe on lane 3. Lane 4 is Nasser Tagano of Namibia. Lane 5 has got Ghana's Godfred Ukmoko. Lane 6 is Rotic Evans of Kenya. Caleb Nsika of Malawi on lane 7. It's a competitive race right now. The man on lane 4 is leaving every other person behind. Nasser Tagano of Namibia seems to have done it with some ease, and it shows what quality Namibia has also got when it comes to 100 meters races and even 200 meters races, which we've just seen from heat 4.
Yes, I remember Frankie Frederick, who used to be a favorite to watch back then. Yeah, he's from Namibia. I actually met him a couple of times, and a very, very nice person. Very nice person. Very he encourages the athletes. So he's been in the part of the World Athletics, part of the African Confederation of Athletics also. So he's still in.
And look at the pace he left with, went past every other person from lane 4 and pushes forward. And you see the man from lane 2, Kofi Atse-Jean of Cote d'Ivoire, finishing 2nd. And the man on lane 6, another Kenyan, Rotic Evans, finishing 3rd. Although that's is subject to confirmation. But that's your champion for heat 4. That's the winner of heat 4. As we round off the heat 4 and the heat of the under 20 200 meters races. Beautiful, beautiful races we've seen so far. You want to just love this more. And that's the CAA African Under 18 Under 20 Athletics Championship, currently ongoing in Abeokuta, Ogun State, Nigeria. The host of the 3rd combined event. You surely love what you see. Some race happening. We have rounded off this heat, getting ready for the semi-final for these guys. 16 of them will surely qualify to the semi-final. 3 each, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Then we have 4 athletes from the fastest times, either from 4th or 5th, to finish or to go on. Even if you finish 6th and you have one of the best times after the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd positions, you qualify for the semi-final. That's the high jump for the heptathlon athletes, still currently ongoing.
Yeah, she's still using the straddle. The flop might actually serve her better at this point, but I'm not sure if she has mastered that technique.
Exactly.
But that was a good straddle.
Another good straddle from a Tunisian. She actually uses it to her strength. Not every of them can surely do the straddle. But while we also enjoy that, let's quickly rush to the medals presentation. Another very lovely culture of Nigeria. This is from the northern part of Nigeria. The Fulanese culture is what you see right on your screen for the next presentation of awards that we've got right now. It's the 100 meters hurdles under 18 the women. And we've got South Africa and Tunisia to be celebrated right here. The winner is Neyman Negan of South Africa. Nokuthula Ontetwa of South Africa comes 2nd, and Chiba Ferrell finishes 3rd from Tunisia. We've got the presenter of the award, Kwame Kwaded Janet from Cote d'Ivoire. And the Tunisian takes up the podium. Chiniba Ferriel, the bronze medalist. So much joy for her as she gets up there to do a nation proud, picking up this bronze medal. Also picking up a bouquet with some innocent smile.
From South Africa, Notula Mutewa.
Nokuthula Ntetwa actually picks up the silver medal. She's up there. She's not new to this. And we have the presenter, Kwame Kwadio Jonot, president of the Ivorian Athletics Federation, presenting the medal to her and also giving her flowers with so much joy.
Ladies and gentlemen,
that's a man who's also a senior researcher. It's time to present the gold medal. It goes to another South African, Neeman Nagan, as she comes up to take up the medal from the head of the Ivorian Athletics, Kwame Kwadet Janot from Ivory Coast. She also gets a bouquet. So much joy for her. Negan, Neyman, we celebrate you right here from the commentary box. It's time for the South African national anthem.
Congratulations to the winners.
The South African anthem, Nkosi Sikelel Africa. Combining extracts of the 19th century, Zosa hymn is what you just heard. You see them winning another medal, gold and silver, with Tunisia finishing third to come with that bronze also. Time for pictures and so much joy and smiles from these beautiful young girls.
And congratulations to South Africa for successfully defending their championship in the 100-meter.
Congratulations. Thank you.
In the 100-meter hurdles under 18 women.
So much joy for them. What it is, keeping that same momentum, keeping the nation's pride, and continuing on that same height.
Thank you very much.
They walk away with pride. Also looking forward to the future. And you can't take it away from the Nigerian culture. The often what was seen in this event.
Yes, we had the Niger Delta attires yesterday, so this time we have the attires from the north.
That's the Fulani attire. Displaying the multiple culture, the diverse cultures we have in the country. The South Africans still very much happy coming in here with their beautiful faces, joyfully hoping for even more, as they still have the strong hope for the three-peat. You know, the communication you see on from the spectators' view is one that you keep wondering or try to imagine that you could hear what they say. You tried reading their lips at any point?
You know, sometimes you just have to read the body language. So you see those that are waving, those that are clapping for you, those that are pointing, probably an adult pointing, and there's a youngster with them, you know. Because there's so many things to watch. There's several events going on at the same time. We have the jumps very close to the spectators, and we have some of the throws, and we have some of the, then we have the high jump, and we have the pole vault on one end, and we have people running on the track. So body language here speaks volumes when it comes to, if you were trying to, you know, figure out what the audience are thinking or even saying.
Tell you, some beautiful feel having these guys do what they know how to do best. We still have more medals presentation, and we have another coming up right away. This is the presentation of the 400 meters on the 20 men's medals. We've got Justice Doratile, who won gold, Ezekiel Eno, who won silver for Nigeria, and Victor Ime Samson, who won bronze also for the host nation. They'll take their walk boldly, confidently, and joyfully to pick up their medals. Same man, Justice Doratile, around the 200 meters, and will also be looking to become champion. They're positioned for the medals.
Medal ceremony.
Very joyful, surely, to receive this one.
Beatrice Akura from Uganda. Please, may we give her a round of applause. From Nigeria, Victor Samson.
Now you have your bronze medalists, Victor Ime Samson, up on the to pick up his bronze.
Second and silver medalist.
Silver medalist.
Nigeria.
It's none other than another Nigerian, Ezekiel Eno. So coming up joyfully to pick up his medal.
Ladies and gentlemen, first gold medalist.
Now your gold medalist, none other than the man who won the 400 meters on the 20 men, Justice Doratile. Long ball by future. Almost every sprint races he is participated. He's done so well for himself. Just won the heat.
Yes, Botswana, they successfully retained their title from last year, and they are also the African record holder.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will rise for the national anthem of Botswana.
They just moved to the right now, and it's time for the national anthem of Botswana.
Congratulations.
That's the Botswanan anthem.
Medals were presented.
Played for that match, Justice Oratile. All joy, all smiles, standing between two Nigerians. So much of joy for him doing this. Another Southern African nation. It's a population of just over 2.4 million people. They're coming here to do so much for themselves. Just a view of what some of the medals are. Justice Oratile on number 1. We've got Eno on number 2. And also Samson on number 3 for the bronze medal.
Thank you very much, Ms. Beatrice Ayangoro. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll call our presentation small.
The ongoing third Combined African Athletics Championship here in Ogun State, inside the MKO Abiola Stadium, Abeokuta. Busalo Okere KAFTAN TV, silver medalist of Nigeria, right here in the under-18 400 meters. I'm so Bishola Majekodumi. What a way for you to represent Nigeria and coming out with a medal.
I'm really happy because I wasn't expecting the silver medal to do, but I know that I can do it. And the only thing I just know is that if I did not win, I did not take silver, probably bronze. But having a good coach, good teammates, good parents, they really, really helped me through this because they were so good to me. They stay with me, motivate me, tell me some things to do. Like, it's really a long way, but no matter how tough it is, I came home with silver medal.
Well, what's the plan for you? How did you start running, and how did you become who you are today?
That was a long story because I was in my primary school at ID Northern Primary School. Then we go out like for inter-house sports, just going representing my primary school. Then later I went to Abeokuta Grammar School where my first outing with them was Ionia. So because they used to host one particular competition among all 12 schools. So then there was a coach that now came to our school during the Arena Festival period. It was like, come on, you can run, you are good. Come to stadium, meet coaches, they will train you, then you will go far. I was like, okay, no problem, thank you, sir. I came to stadium like probably during the Arena Festival too. So when I came, he trained me, then I went to the Arena. I placed second in my 400 meter. There, my first time representing my school, wow, I keep on training, like my first competition representing my state was this Principal Cup at Ibadan. Unilag, I think so. No, Ibadan, UI.
UI.
So then later I went to represent my state at the under 15 2 years ago. So I did not have any medal, flat, like personal medal, but in relays, I have 3 medals in relays. Probably for sale because 4x4, 4x4 mix, 4x1, let's just say 3. So then later I keep going to competitions, M10 Champs, all those competitions going, competing. Then I represented my state in the 200 meter because my time did not enter the 400 meters, so I was not picked, but it entered the relay, so I have to do the relays with them. So I placed in 200 meter, I entered the final, but later I placed 8th in final. I cried that day, but my coach was like, no problem. It's not my last competition. I will keep on trying. And I was like, okay, thank you, sir. Then, but in the 4x4, the relays that I did 2 relays, 4x4 women and 4x4 mix, I have 2 gold medals. Then I went for these trials at Shagamu, where I ran my PB, 2 PB. I ran 55.09. The first day, I placed first in my heat, and the final, I won it with 55.06. Then, thank God to Nigeria, like, he really gave us good coaches in that camp. They really trained us, and they did well for us. Everything is perfect, food, everything, they prepare everything for us. We did not even feel like I'm not at home, I'm not in my house. Like the place is like a house for us because they really tried. They tried. Shout out to Team Nigeria. Because
Let me ask you this: your parents watching you getting the silver medal, what's the support like?
Let me just say, out of 100%, I will give them 1,000 over 100. Because they really tried coming over, leaving their office to come and watch me. That's one thing. Like, I'm really happy, like their support. I know, like, I'm really grateful to them. So far I'm still doing this. I'm not backing down. I know what I'm capable of doing. I'm still going. Just watch me out next time.
So who was your role model? Who always say like, come on, I'm looking at this person. Falila Togunkoya is from this state. She has been served Nigeria. I know she would have come to you guys to say, yes, this is your time. Take it as an opportunity.
Yes, she really, really tried because at the National Sports Festival, she was there with us. So she speak to us, tell us she's a mother to us. I would probably say she is my role model in 400 meter. So I'm like a mother who is also a senior to me. I would say on your favor because she really tried. She placed first year in the women under 20 400 meter because she was like, don't worry, you got this. Even though you can't beat the girl who placed first, Shoma, she was like, just follow her. She's in your front. Follow her. Don't run yourself out. Just go the way you want. And I was like, okay, don't worry. And I got it.
And your message to the National Sports Commission and also to Ogun State government hosting this championship?
Thank you so much. Like, they really give me the opportunity to show my talent out because a lot of people there, they have a lot.
Congratulations, félicitations.
A beautiful piece right there.
Yes,
3rd CAA African Junior Athletics Championship storms Abeokuta, Ogun State. From July 16th to 20th, 2025, the continent's fastest, fiercest under 18 and under 20 athletes will blaze the fresh new tracks of
because I wanted Daddy to speak 1-2 words. So don't look at KAFTAN. With me, long jumper reminds me the days of Yusuf Ali, skipper in the 1980s. I have one man who won silver medal for Nigeria at the long jump in this ongoing third combined under 18, under 20 Confederation of African Athletics. Good, go on. Rumo, what a way for you. How was it on that day you were doing your jump?
That day I was doing my jump. I was prepared. My coach warmed me up. I was prepared physically, mentally. I was mentally stable. So I just hoped for God. I prayed that God should see me through, and yes, He did it for me. I came out second. Though it was not what I expected, but I thank God because I did a new PR. Yeah.
How was it for you going onto the track? Your scouting, your speed, when you know to jump. What's the journey like?
It's just about practice. You practice a lot, you fix it in your head. Whether you just sleep and wake up, you will do it perfectly because you already practice in training. So I executed the way I practiced. Everything, I was less pressured, so I distributed well.
Then what's the support like from the parents who allowed you to be part of this team?
Support came from my mom through my coach, because my coach do talk to my mom, so she could allow me practice in training. So my support come from my mom, my coach, my teammates, and my state. So and I'm really grateful for that.
And the National Sports Commission, Ogun State government, the backing of the federation alone was support in terms of hosting you guys, camping you guys, the trials and everything. And then we are in for a proper championship, and you guys have not disappointed.
Yeah, we want to make Nigeria proud. Nigeria, our country, wants to make Nigeria proud. And I'm thankful for Ogun State. They did really well. God bless the governor. They did well. God bless them.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5-10 years?
In the next 5-10 years, I believe I'll be an elite athlete by then. I'll be going for the Olympics, World Championship. I'm right now praying for the Youth Olympics next year. From there, the World Juniors, and after that, still next year, the African Games Championship.
All right, thank you very much. Go on. Ogene, what a way for him. I celebrate you. Keep backing, doing what you know how to do best. Busayo Lokere once again from KAFTAN TV. Me and Gowon will leave the stage for you back home to watch. God bless you, really good.
Africa. But you know, my job here is to make sure that we organize an amazing event. But I also have the job and responsibility to make sure Nigeria excel. So we're looking forward to a good outing by Nigeria through the administration of Nigeria. More importantly for us at the Sports Commission is that we want to be able to tie strongly our young talent to global expectations. So, like the young girl I saw training in long jump yesterday, she's already jumping global international time. We want to see her do more. These are low-hanging fruits for us towards podium placement in 2028. You know, so it's a good event to prepare them for all of that.
Okay, beyond this, what should be expected beyond this competition for those?
That's what I just said. A situation where all the talents discovered by Nigeria, in particular, and Africa in general, will become world beaters. Personally, I am determined to support any young talent that emerges from Nigeria, to give them the best kind of athlete welfare that will prepare them towards beating established athletes like Ofili, who is representing Turkey. We are determined to do that. Get young new talent to dominate the tracks in the next few years.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Stakes are high. History is about to be made. The third CAA African Junior Athletics Championship storms Abeokuta, Ogun State. From July 16th to 20th, 2025, the continent's fastest, fiercest under-18 and under-20 athletes will blaze the fresh new tracks of the iconic MKO Abiola Stadium, home of champions. Over 500 stars from more than 50 African nations chasing glory, chasing gold as South Africa fights to defend its crown. This is more than a championship, it's a showcase of strength, speed, and Nigeria's unmatched hosting spirit. Don't miss the fire, the flair, the future of African athletics. Proudly brought to you by the National Sports Commission, NSC. Get ready, Nigeria. The tracks are hot, the stakes are high. History's about to be made. The third CAA African Junior Athletics Championship storms Abeokuta, Ogun State. From July 16th to 20th, 2025, the continent's fastest, fiercest under-18 and under-20 athletes will blaze the fresh new tracks of the iconic MKO Abiola Stadium, home of champions. Over 500 stars from more than 50 African nations chasing glory, chasing gold as South Africa fights to defend its crown. This is more than a championship, it's a showcase of strength, speed, and Nigeria's unmatched hosting spirit. Don't miss the fire, the flair, the future of African athletics. Proudly brought to you by the National Sports Commission, NSC. Get ready, Nigeria. The tracks are hot, the stakes are high. History's about to be made. The third CAA African Junior Athletics Championship storms Abeokuta, Ogun State. From July 16th to 20th, 2025, the continent's fastest, fiercest under-18 and under-20 athletes will blaze the fresh new tracks of the iconic MKO Abiola Stadium, home of champions. Over 500 stars from more than 50 African nations chasing glory, chasing gold as South Africa fights to defend its crown. This is more than a championship, it's a showcase of strength, speed, and Nigeria's unmatched hosting spirit. Don't miss the fire, the flair, the future of African athletics. Proudly brought to you by the National Sports Commission, NSC. Get ready, Nigeria. The tracks are hot, the stakes are high. History's about to be made. The third CAA African Junior Athletics Championship storms Abeokuta, Ogun State. From July 16th to 20th, 2025, the continent's fastest, fiercest under-18 and under-20 athletes will blaze the fresh new tracks of the iconic MKO Abiola Stadium, home of champions. Over 500 stars from more than 50 African nations chasing glory, chasing gold as South Africa fights to defend its crown. This is more than a Championship is a showcase of strength, speed, and Nigeria's unmatched hosting spirit. Don't miss the fire, the flair, the future of African athletics. Proudly brought to you by the National Sports Commission, NSC. Get ready, Nigeria. The tracks are hot, the stakes are high. History is about to be made. The third CAA African Junior Athletics Championship storms Abeokuta, Ogun State. From July 16th to 20th, 2025, the continent's fastest, fiercest under-18 and under-20 athletes will blaze the fresh new tracks of the iconic